of piss takes. Each of us taking a turn to talk reefing and bullshit, occasionally burn. What will happen this week and who will join? Doesn't really matter, we'll kick 'em in the groin. Mutants galore and very little reefing. Nothing planned and no debriefing. Reefing wins and some disasters. Plenty of beginners and the occasional master. No matter your skill, we are just friends, driving one another around the fucking bend. So join our Discord and have some fun. It's what life is all about when all's said and done. Salty banter, it's time to begin. Buckle up, fuckers, and feel free to join in.
Hello everybody and welcome to episode 12 apparently of Salty Banter. It's not live, it's a free-for-all. Let's go for it. Dave, what's been happening in your reefing world this week? New tank beside you?
Is it? No, it's definitely not. Yeah, a shit ton's happened. New tank. Yeah. 5 foot.
Where's the cot? Move back to the bed?
I've moved back to the bed this week, mate. Yeah. No, yeah, the tank moved 2 weeks ago. Yeah, that's good giggle. But stressful. Sean's a legend, obviously. Just takes the stress away of doing that. But yeah, no, new tank, it's all going pretty well. You're really lucky because it nearly had trout described in the algae in the glass, but me and Rob kind of come up with it yesterday, but I mucked up with the right and it didn't look right backwards, so I had to just scrape the glass. Yeah, it's all going well. Fish are good. Couple of new additions. We've got a mimic tang and a scopass in there. But yeah, apart from that, everything's rocking and rolling.
You weren't planning on taking part in the actual move. You were involved in the planning. However, you did end up with the guns out all day.
Apparently so. There's a lot of videos going around with me with
There was.
Yeah. That was for Jason's benefit though. So
I found them mildly arousing. I mean, it didn't go all the way. It was at the kind of bouncing stage.
Fair enough. Yeah. No, yeah. I was sorry.
Half-mast.
Half-mast. That's a very good term.
Half-mast.
So fucking fish fucked it up, huh?
Fishing went tits
the spawn,
up. Yeah, it
spawn
started spawning on the local lake.
Fucking fish.
Yeah. So yeah, I didn't get to go fishing, so I ended up putting the bed chair up here, as you all saw. And I slept on the bed chair up here for the night. Could have got the rods out and fished for some tangs, but yeah, didn't bother. But no, everything's gone really well. I'm surprisingly shocked that nothing's died. Everything looks booming, and can't really knock it.
You've actually resurrected a coral during the move.
I know, it's unbelievable. But so when we booked in 2026, so that's when I expected to die again. I don't know. It's literally just, and it's every day getting more color back into it, and that you can see on like the exoskeleton, the flesh has started to grow back over. It's like, shit, I never thought that would happen.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. I would still love to know what caused it to die.
Yeah.
Well, tank to all curse, but yeah. Apart from that, no. It's looking really good. And it's I think it's going to make a full recovery, which is excellent. But yeah, apart from that, nothing else has really happened. Obviously, a hell of a lot happened in a 2 to 3 day period. New skimmer shit itself. pH probe shit itself. Thanks, Lee. Lee gave me a brand new pH probe. Friday night. Liam just gave me a cave rock as well, which is awesome. So I'm going to add that into the tank at some point. But yeah, everything's good. Everything's dialed in. I've just done my tests. Everything's exactly where I want it. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, not too bad.
So was it all brand new sand?
All new sand, all new live sand, stuff Melinda recommended, which you have to remind me, Melinda, I haven't got a clue what it was.
Special grade Carib Sea.
That's the one. A bit of diatoms. That's what's been. I haven't cleaned the glass until today. I haven't cleaned the glass once in 2 weeks. So it's just been a diatom mess. Deliberately, I wanted things to burn out, get the silicates out the sand ASAP. But uh, because you're on a live, you're going to have to clean it, right? Because you lot would rip the shit out of me for an hour, and I can't have that.
I don't know what you mean, Dave.
I do. I've had it enough this weekend. John Wright bought me a dummy, a baby dummy lolly thing. I was like, fucking hell, really?
It could have been worse. You could have got what Drip it got.
He got a big cock, yeah.
Yeah.
Did he actually?
Yeah. He literally got him a cock lolly. Brilliant. And it said, suck on this.
Bag of dick.
Yeah, bag of dicks. Yeah.
It had the big lanyard, right, going around it saying that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't repeat it, but...
Hey, of course you can.
Brilliant.
No,
Dave just
my
said
little
it.
one's here.
Oh, okay.
This was from John Wright.
John
Yeah.
Wright, yeah. Yeah, he went rogue.
Filthy beast. Comes across as this gentleman of the world, and then he's giving out bags of dicks.
Bags of
He's
dicks.
got his
figure out
back secret,
Discord.
trust me, wrong.
Only chats in the intro section, and then hands out bags of dicks.
He said to me a couple of weeks ago, let me know when the next one's on. So obviously I do the @everyone tag and say to everyone, here we go. If you want to join, you can join. Never replies.
You've got to give him a personal invite.
I'm all out of carrier
Facebook.
pigeons. I'm sorry.
WhatsApp.
What's-
He doesn't come into the Discord.
Is he too scared?
Said it's too complicated for him.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's not
He
very
can
technically
find the
minded. bless
introduction
him.
channel.
that's
That's
fine.
it.
It's fine. So, Dave, what is next for your tank? Do you have plans for additional corals? And obviously, you've kind of intimated to me that maybe branching into SPS at some point.
I'm going to get some sticks, yeah. It's going to take time, right? So my plan is not to add jack shit for 3 months, which is a boring way, but it's the right way to do it.
Correct.
So yeah, it's just going to be a slow process. I'm gonna kind of, I don't know if you can see on the video, but like the middle rock, I've got stylo on it at the minute, which is going to move off, and I'm going to extend it slightly, and then I'm going to talk to people who know about sticks because I haven't got the first clue. So yeah, we'll get some sticks on there, sticks with dicks, and
I was
then
about to say, if John Wright gives you any, it will be sticks with dicks, obviously.
sticks with dicks, yeah. But no, yeah, but that's the plan. Gonna try it. Tick it off the list, complete it, then I can shut it down and get out of this stupid fucking hobby. Yeah.
Call Sharon.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
No, that's it. That's my kind of couple of weeks summed up in reefing, really. Nothing exciting. Just a lot of hard work and sweat and muscle top photos, apparently. So
I think having a new tank is definitely exciting. I mean, you see,
I haven't seen my fish for over a week, mate. Literally, it was so funny. I scraped a little tiny viewing box on Thursday night just to see if they were alive. And they were alive, and I was like, okay, cool. 30 minutes later, I couldn't see in it again. I was like, shit, the bacteria is obviously booming and the diatoms are sticking to it, right? So, yeah.
That's crazy. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
all good.
I was doing the whole thing Rob does, and I was thinking, what have I done this week? No, I've not done anything. And then there's a whole list of stuff that I've remembered I've done. So the most exciting one is I've actually got a new bit of gear. I got a Kessel A360X Tuna Sun from my mangroves. It's been running 72 hours, and there are new leaves on my mangroves. So those mangroves have been running over that Amazon light, which I thought was doing a good job. Turns out it's garbage. There's a whole other spike on all three of the mangroves. Prop roots have started, and on every larger root are new filamentous white roots starting in 72 hours. So,
Bloody good going.
say again, sorry, Lee?
That's bloody good going, isn't it?
it just proves a point about the cheap Amazon likes to have done it. I mean, this one got good reviews, but I don't know if it's obviously. I spoke to Rob about mangroves right at the very start of this, and he said blast them with full intensity, full spectrum, everything you can give it, just blast it. He said that's what I did with mine, and it grew really, really well. So obviously I got this light from Amazon, started at 30% up to 70 and then up to 100%. And I mean, it's got 3 or 4 leaves on the main one, and that's after what, 7-8 months now?
It seems to take forever to do anything. But I know Morky, the inappropriate reefer, he runs XR30 Gen 4 over his to get the growth on it.
I see, that's
And then he has
interesting.
two supplemental lights on it for white light to help it grow.
That's why I went for the tuna sun, because obviously it's aimed at planted tanks, freshwater boo, and mangroves, and I cannot believe in 3 days that the mangrove is shooting away like mad. I might have to actually go back to the Amazon light at some point, because I've got nowhere for this thing to go. The plan was it was going to go in one of the tanks in the new building, but the way things have gone. Anyway, so the Kesso A360X Tuna Sun is doing an amazing job on the mangroves. I decided to go a little bit all in and mix 15 litres of alkalinity solution all in one sitting. I just kept on diluting. So that's all made up. Got a box of corals going out tomorrow. A guy from Instagram spoke to Steve from Exodus about my absolute brain confusion on the Stratton Gen 1, Gen 2, and watching all of this week's videos at the shows in America, and I cannot get my head around the timing of what the guy in America is saying that the Gen 1 came out. And so America have never had the Gen 1, apparently. There's the first thing I found out. They've only ever had the Gen 2. But I went on a website and I saw the difference in the quantity of LEDs from Gen 1 to Gen 2, but then heard somebody say on the American YouTube channel that this has been out for 2 weeks. The previous one has been out about 2 years. But if they never had Gen 1, what does that mean?
Would you like me to jump in here, Ron?
Please.
Okay, so the distributor in America is a company called Clear Choice. They have had Gen 1 to my knowledge.
There you go.
We had a very small shipment in the UK of Gen 1 and then jumped straight into Gen 2. Obviously, our shipments only take 2 or 3 weeks to come, whereas getting it over to America takes a lot longer.
2 years, though?
Say again?
2 years?
Not quite that long. Gen 2 has been out, trying to think when we took the distribution on. It's got to be 3 or 4 months now. But that was the first showing of the Gen 2 in America was at Reefapalooza last month. This month.
So let me get this straight. The one that Ron's got to Gen 1. There's a new version coming out.
No, I think that Ron's the Gen 2. We only got, I don't know.
That's what I was confused about.
Gen
I
1.
thought it was a new version.
It looks exactly the same. It's an LED change in there, and it's a bluer. It's the same amount of LEDs. The original Stratton. So you also got to remember you've got the
original one with aluminium, wasn't it? Aluminium silver one. Yeah, I remember them.
And don't forget you've got your Flex as well, and the G2 Flex or the Flex Pro G2, whatever they're calling it, is ready for launch, coming back into the season, September-ish time.
It's just I found it so confusing.
People are getting a little bit confused.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I'm on Reefing News last week, and I'm giving out fake news.
That's just normal, isn't it, Ron?
Yeah, I mean, at least I was dressed like a fucking clown. I've got a perfect excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is interesting. I've just watching the videos of the guys talking about it in America. It's just not what I thought was the case. And on the Paul's AAC website, he's got the difference in the LED build-up from Gen 1 to Gen 2, which I found really interesting. Then I obviously put 2 and 2 together and came up with 9. watched the video at Reefapalooza and I was like, oh my God, there's a new version of the light I've got. And Steve's messaging me going, mine's a Gen 2. I'm like, oh, how did you get a Gen 2? Already got a fucking Gen 2.
Nobody's going to believe any of the news anymore from Ron. Like,
They shouldn't.
like people
They just shouldn't.
shitting fucking cones and all that stuff. It's all bullshit.
You mean you believed it before, Jim?
I did.
A bit out
I
of
mean,
the
I
newspaper. What's true?
I'm just so glad I've changed the theme tune to "It's just nonsense" from a fucking twit, because it gives me a little of a get out clause. It's like, well, if you listen to it and you believe me, what does that make you? Anyway, watching these videos on the Stratton, so the one thing I want to discuss is that, so this is obviously the biggest one, so this has 4 banks of LEDs. Your middle one has 3, the smallest one has 2. But the guy on saltwateraquarium.com's channel was talking about you can change the intensity and the color spectrum on each bank. Is that true, Steve?
Yes.
Yeah, I've done it on mine.
Why are they not screaming about it?
So when you set it up, it will ask you if you want to use it as banks or as a whole. So you can have sort of like what you've got there. If you split that up, you can have the front at a different intensity to the middle. So you're punching down to the sand further, or non-sand in your case.
That'd be really good for when you have different types of corals like your LPS. Like,
I think it's
you
amazing.
can have lower intensity near where they are.
However,
I should be shouting more about that.
With mine, because mine's mounted the other way, what I wanted is front left, back left, front right, back right, but it's in strips. Because obviously the front of my tank is the front half of all 4 bays, all 4 banks.
Yep.
But I can't have the front half at a different intensity to the back half.
Just cut the light into 4 bits, Steve. See what happens. Do it live.
Or I could turn it around and just buy another one. I mean, one over a Reefer 250 is not quite enough anyway, is it?
No.
No.
Mine's like a
Need at
fucking
least 3,
lid.
man.
If I sat that on top of my tank, it would cap the tank. Anyway, I just found the Stratton chat equally hilarious and interesting. The only other thing I've done is bought some more magnesium, the chloride and the sulfate. So stupidly, the first time I mixed it up, I added it to what I had left over of the Red Sea magnesium, and it instantly turned into a solid blob. So that I had to then empty my dosing containers and rinse them all out and all the rest of it. Mixed that on, put it in, come in the next day. It was like 50% solid again and 50% all fluid. I was like, oh, what am I doing wrong here? What am I doing wrong? Spoke to Rob, and Rob's just said, take your quantities of chloride and sulfate down by 15% and see what happens. And perfect. So I'm dosing slightly more each day because the concentration's down, but it's mixed absolutely perfectly and it's going really well. So yeah. Next one is calcium I'm doing. When I run out of Red Sea calcium, I'll start making more of that, and I've already got the calcium flakes to make more. So that's about it for me. Steve, you've been a busy boy.
I've had a very busy week.
Reefing heavy.
Yes. Yeah. I started off on Tuesday by heading over to the Horniman and meeting up with a few people. So I kind of wandered around the Horniman. I was looking for a place to kind of record an intro, and suddenly I heard someone kind of shouting, "Steve, Steve!" And I had Prestige Reef come over, so I went and sat with Reef Dot, Prestige Reef, and Jamie. Stacey, that's it. And chatting with them. Then we went up and met up with a few others like Scottish Reefer, and Tom finally turned up after doing a sightseeing tour around central London. And
did he put his own shoe in the ring for that, or did what happened there?
I think he offered. I think he said, "I'll come down early and I'll pick you up at the airport, and then I'll take you around and show you the sights in London."
We'll only have to stop 15 times to charge.
Yeah. So he did that. Yeah, he took him round and then kind of turned up at the Horniman a little bit late. but yeah, I had a really interesting talk from Jamie, and then a guy called Sam from Reef in Germany. He gave us a talk as well, and they were talking about coralline algae, and when the coral is looking for a place to settle, it kind of the coralline algae gives off like this scent that says, "Hey, this is a damn good place to grow." Um, However, once the coral's landed, it's then competing with the coralline algae, which stops its growth. So what they did is they kind of extracted the kind of the bit that makes it smell like a good place to go and separated that from the coralline so they can just kind of drop that in, which was really interesting. And then we went and had a little tour around the Horniman, around all of the kind of the public areas. But at every aquarium, there was like a door beside it that let you in all the kind of filtration area and everything. And they just opened up each one of them and let us look in there as well, which was quite interesting.
That's cool.
But they had this massive tank, which didn't look that massive from the kind of public viewing side. And then they opened up this side door and let us in, and it is huge front to back. And when you're looking in from the top, all of the coral in there is just phenomenal. To give you a perspective on size, that a Biz flow cannon that Rob's got, this tank had 3.
Cool.
Yeah, it was just fantastic. I got some footage of them feeding the fish and all the fish coming up. That was good. And then we went in to see the coral spawning lab. I don't know what I had it. So in my mind, you hear coral spawning lab and you think like biosecurity, clean suits, airlocks, everything. And you go in there and it's just like it's a converted corridor basically.
Jamie
It's
Craig's
hardly-
just randomly spitting in the tank.
Well, what I actually said to him I said, "Do you have any problem with pollen?" It's like, "No." So every year, like there's a discussion about tree pollen killing SPS. And when you walk in the coral spawning lab, it's like got these really old windows that kind of pivot and open out. Every one of the windows down the side is open, and within a meter of the building are a ton of trees.
Yes,
So we're all worried about these.
that doesn't mean pollen doesn't affect corals. It means they don't give a fuck.
Well, yes. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, it was interesting to go in and see that and to see because they were spawning the pink sea fans in there, the UK ones. So it was interesting to take through that side of it. They've got some very interesting coral in the behind the scenes area. It was really good to see. And then we drove from there to a hotel, and I had the CEO of Tropic Marin and this Sam from Reef in my car driving them across London, which was a little bit surreal. Yeah, and then had a few beers with everyone, had a good evening. And then the following morning, we were in TMC looking at the modular coral spawning lab things that they make to ship out to these remote locations. And they have everything in this one enclosure. So it's like framework that you see, like the extruded aluminium that we see on the tanks are sat on. They've made a whole 6-foot high frame with tanks inside so the idea is they go and collect all the sperm and eggs from the reef, bring it in, kind of shake it all out into these trays, and they've got frag plugs on plates for the coral to kind of sit on. And as soon as it's settled and start to grow, they take it then to this kind of, I think it was 2 meters long, and then it went along, and then it went 2 meters back the other way, and they were all at 45 degrees. So all of these trays you would then take out, slide into this raceway thing, and the idea was you could leave it to the open air so that the sun could get to it and get natural sunlight in. But any of the additional food would kind of go down to the bottom into this little trough and then be flushed away. So yeah, we got to see all of that, and they were literally, they'd just finished making it, and they were holding off packing it up while we were being shown it, because I went back to get another bit of footage of it without the crowds of people around, and it was all in a box ready to go.
So the plan for these, let's call them kind of like shipping container, kind of like ready to go labs. I didn't realize the plan is that it's going to be plumbed into the ocean, and
Yes.
then we would have a couple of times turnover each day. So not mega flow, but they are going to be using the natural seawater.
Some are and some are not.
Yeah, it's not. I think it's optional. It depends on the skill level where you are.
Okay.
Have they got the capability to maintain the water chemistry, or are they just going to pump seawater through it? They've got that flexibility.
So who is TMC's target buyer for this? Is it going to be like government funded?
So they work with Jamie Craggs on that. So myself, TMC, Jamie Craggs all work together on that. So we supply the equipment, TMC do the build, Jamie does the sale.
Okay. So I could buy one.
Yeah.
True farmer, Ron.
You would need to buy it from TMC though, Ron.
As long as you
There's a
don't
lot
have a
of TMC
TMC
equipment.
pump, it'd be all
That's the
right.
end of that then.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
end of
Well,
that
they're gonna-
journey.
They're going to be
Sponsorship's fucking
100%.
done.
That was short-lived.
Yeah.
You know what? I've got so many jokes I could.
It does run on Radions and Apex though, so you know.
Okay, so when it bursts into flames, it will tell you.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm only joking.
100%
You are a nightmare.
I know.
Some of the time.
I like a laugh. I'm just, you know.
And you haven't got any fire insurance.
They are doing.
That's interesting. I mean, it's a really cool thing to do, to come up with an idea to actually ship that out somewhere and for people to be able to grow baby corals.
From what I understand, speaking with Jamie, it is companies like hotels, and they are wanting to be able to repopulate the oceans, obviously, because it's in their interest to have tourists come see actual coral in the sea rather than dead corals.
Yeah.
So
no, it's good. It's a positive thing to be talking about in all of the doom and gloom. I know Steve mentioned it on his stream on Wednesday night, which I really enjoyed catching up on. It is a lot of doom and gloom, and there is a lot of bad stuff going on. But you know, we're trying. At least we're trying, and that's the main thing.
It's really interesting to hear about the plasticity of the corals when they're in their first stages. So they're trying to kind of spawn them and then heat stress them, and then they've found that resilience to heat then passes on to the next generation as well. So even if you do nothing, if you heat stress the juvenile, allow it to grow, allow it to spawn, that coral that comes from the spawn has the same thermal kind of stress ability, that wider window. So I think they're kind of now thinking, what happens if we now get that second generation and thermally stress that? Can we push it even more?
What about paint fumes?
The fuck? Look at Steve's face.
Microwaves.
Jim gets me.
Okay.
But we've seen work in real labs. Jim keeps us informed and lets us know.
Okay.
So what do you guys? So you guys, you know, there's the heat issue, and you guys are into into this way more than I am. But what about what Meckley and what Salem talked about was, it's not necessarily the heat as much as it is agricultural runoff, higher nutrients, in the
Half-used
oceans.
condom flying through.
right? Like
Yeah.
we
Sorry,
think it's all this heat
what is
that's
a
killing, and they're getting
half-used
I
bleached.
was just wondering that myself.
Has anyone
You got
ever
disturbed.
half-used a condom?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And we keep putting
Yes,
these
I
pearls
only
back in
use
the
the
ocean.
first inch.
First inch, exactly, Steve. You get my point, brother.
I just tried it on. I didn't wear it
Yeah.
out. I just tried it on.
Because it was raining.
Oh, sorry, Jim. I can't watch your cat without thinking it's going to do a shit live on air.
That's what I was watching.
As soon as I see its tail, I go, oh.
Here we go
Yeah.
again.
You know, we're putting the coral. We're putting coral back in, and it's just dying again. Like,
Yeah,
But
that is
from
happening.
what I understand, that is one of the biggest issues. One of the biggest things that they were facing out in Florida, speaking with Kerry from Florida Aquarium, was the El Nino was late in turning, and that caused a hell of an amount of issues. And I know that a lot of coral that they replanted back out, the percentage that made it was very small. But that was also the size that was put out as well, and things like that.
didn't Salem talk about more research into bacteria and what's actually happening to the coral? That
I don't know. I haven't seen that.
wasn't that what he was talking about with you guys last Friday or whatever? Or
With me?
with Ron and the Reef Networks guys?
Yeah, he talked a wee bit about it. Yeah,
I didn't see that one.
There's definitely a lot going on behind the scenes. 100%.
Yeah.
I just wish people.
I mean, it's a shame. I
about it.
don't want to be doom and gloom about it, and it's like, let's not try. But the route, it doesn't seem to be working.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm so taken aback by the handsome devil that has just joined us. That is Zach Budnick. His beard is trimmed.
I was going to say, he looks like he's lost weight as well.
He's
looking
misplaced
very
his
nice.
glasses.
A new man.
He is.
Sorry, I'm late. I was taking a
Wow,
massive,
look at woo!
a massive Ronald, and it took forever to wipe my McDonald.
Tug incoming.
Did you stop at a porta potty on your way in?
Yeah.
Did you make Scottish lasagna?
double batch.
Yeah.
I can't
It
believe
looks
it's
like
got a
a
name.
haggis.
Anyway, Steve, how is your actual tank?
It's doing really well.
Good.
Oh, yeah.
It's
What do you buy?
really turned a corner. It's everything's growing. Everything's got growth tips on it now.
Brilliant.
Granulosa is hanging in. I think it might recover. It's going to take a very long time, but there's patches of it that didn't die, so that's good. The PC Rainbow, I snapped a bit of that off, and that's perfectly fine. The blue Curco, again, I snapped a little bit off when the rest of it started to kind of disappear. Stuck that to a plug. That's perfectly fine as well. That's still surviving. I think the only one that is just like completely gone was the red table in acro. I think that's just gone completely.
It's a funny one for shipping. I think that's the one that you lost, Steve, but you've got it coming
Down
back now.
literally like one or two polyps, and now it's about that sort of size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just have to take things off of the list. If they're not going to perform start to finish, I just need to stop selling them. It's as simple as that. So,
But Sugar Tits doing perfectly fine.
and that is the one that I would have thought would have just completely disappeared.
Yeah. No, totally fine.
How
And
is your disco?
Eden Coral perfectly fine as well. Yeah, that's going nicely. And so is Eden Coral's rhubarb.
Don't you think if they keep dying at the place, it's a good one because they can keep ordering it?
Yeah, my dad always used to say when we were getting into the garden centre business, you should get into memorial benches, son. You want a good flu epidemic.
I know one of mates in one at fish shops used to do in fresh water. And a boo, gone. He says he had this one customer,
Get the
he's in
fuck outta
loads,
here.
and every now and again he'd give him a dud fish. So he'd wipe his tank out so he'd restock again.
What?
What a shite.
Now.
Wow, that's a bit shady.
I mean,
This is
Wow.
like-
what?
This happens.
Did your mum enjoy her anthrax I put in her Christmas card? Fucking hell. That is dodgy.
Yeah. It's going back a few years, this, so it's going back about 20 years.
Ooh, that's good for the hobby. So, Steve, anything else in your
Well, then we had Love to Reef.
Oh, how was it?
That was great. I mean, we had the fancy dress party the night before.
Yeah, we did.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was represented by one.
Hey, come on.
They did offer me and Harry to come down with us onion hats on, so as groupies for you, but you decided to one man it yourself, which were very impressive.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I asked multiple times, "Are you sure this is going to be fancy dress?" And like, I was assured by Drippy and Tom, "Yeah, 100%, I'm coming in." If they'd have just said no, I would have said, "Fuck it, I'm coming anyway. I don't care." But yeah, so
You came out to the group though, Steve, didn't you?
yeah, so I have actually got the video.
Go on.
Let me.
So, Bananarama turned up in a whole banana outfit.
I did.
He went and changed into it later, didn't you? You were
Yeah.
getting cold.
Yeah. Extra layer.
That's brilliant.
Epic.
So
man.
yeah,
It looks like someone dumped that wine on your head.
well, it looked like I'd murdered someone in the bath when I had a shower that night to wash it out.
Such a good sport. Well done, Steve.
And then, of course, Love to Reef.
Can I just interrupt and say you made a fantastic Ron? That was you were, weren't it?
Did you say he had red nose missing? That was a problem, wasn't it?
But yeah, it was interesting because like I walked to the bar to order some food, and literally like everybody's just kind of stopped and looked at me and like, what the fuck is this guy? What has he done?
Oi, Fanny Lennox.
But yeah, it was an interesting evening.
Did you have fun?
Yes.
Good.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
All that matters.
And then we got Love to Reef the following day, which was great. It was good to go in and see a Stratton Flex in the flesh.
Is it
Wow.
literally just like these, but just long and thin?
No, it's called a flex for a reason. You can put it round the tank. Just bend it.
More fake news. Yes.
And he's selling them.
Yeah.
It looks like a better quality built AI blade.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is it for
Yeah.
the similar use? Supplemental lighting, or is it just for?
No, it's
And
just like a normal Stratton, but long and thin. It's the same number of LEDs, same type, and
I guess more for maybe like a peninsula tank, I guess. Run two of those in.
Everything that is inside it is exactly the same as the Stratton. So it's the same LEDs, the same number of LEDs as the 102 and the 153. It's just over a longer heatsink.
How
Thinner
wide are
tank.
they though?
The smallest one will do a tank up to 4x2x2.
Okay.
Not bad going, that is it?
That's impressive.
So have you put wider angle lenses on them then?
No, so same lenses, but obviously it runs down the center of the tank, and it's about 15-ish centimeters front to back.
Right. Okay.
So how many could I fit on this tank with the Stratton?
I reckon we could get at least 6 on there, Ron.
Sign me up.
Yeah. no
Send me the
problem.
invoice.
Yeah.
but I did really like was it Marine Direct stuff you had on the extra stand? Was it Marine Direct?
Everybody love this stuff that's been sat in our warehouse for like 6 months, and I've just not had the time to do anything with it. And
They do
I
black
nearly
super
didn't
glue.
take it.
You do
Black
super
super
glue.
glue. It's brilliant. I never would have thought of it. Black super glue.
What?
I mean, it would be better if it was purple. but
Yeah.
Black super glue.
yeah.
Works.
Whoa.
We're getting a lot of
Steve's-
demo.
Steve's camera likes. Oh, there we go.
I did think it were blue, to be honest, at first, until Steve said it were black.
Yeah, black.
Yeah.
Sorry, what does the word say under the English words? Sex what?
Uh,
Word under there. It says
What's
Ron
neck?
is
Second lover.
Sex under clubber.
Down under.
Second lover.
So after seeing that last night, I spent 20 minutes trying to get food colouring in my Gorilla Grow, see if that'd work. But I just got blew up. Food colouring everywhere.
just
got
stupid
one
with my
hand.
hands together.
No, I can't do that, Steve, because this one's always dangling down, so I usually
Oh,
like
yeah.
to stick it there.
Oh dear.
No feet.
You know where it's
Together
stuck.
once.
Well, you know where it's really stuck.
Okay, Jim, what's going on with you? Obviously, you've got a busy week coming up.
I've got a busy week,
You've been
so yeah,
preparing?
I'm preparing. Yeah, I've been preparing for surgery. So, oh, my week has been. I mean, my tank is just on cruise control. But everything that's going on in the background is making sure my dosers are full, making sure the tank's easy for someone to set up. I went to my local fish store. The guy who owns the store, a little store, he does maintenance on the side. I told him if anything happens, my wife will call you. If she needs help, if I can't, get back to taking care of it as soon as I think I can, it's prepared. Getting food prepped, making sure the auto food feeder is full, that kind of stuff. The stuff that people would do when they're going away for a vacation.
How long are you expecting to be away from home?
Well, surgery at the hospital last time was 4 days. So I might be away for 4 days, but then when I get home, I can't
You're not
even
gonna
do
feel like
stairs
doing
or
shit.
anything I can't lift any. I gotta, pee sitting down for 6 weeks. So
I do that
I won't
anyway,
be able to
Jim,
lift
so it's no-
anything.
That's
I
no
can
Do
biggie.
it
I'll
up
do
to
that
50
anyway.
years.
My first
Yeah.
pee of the day, I treat myself and I sit down
Yeah.
every morning.
A posh piss.
I sit down
So-
every morning.
A luxury whizzer.
Well,
Yeah.
no, there is a story behind it. I did actually faint one morning and smash my entire face on the sink. Just about killed myself because it nearly.
Well, that's
snapped
why you
my
look
neck.
like that.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's my tank. Like I'm moving salt. Like my tank's in a basement, so carrying salt bags down, making sure anything that I can do when I do get well enough to be able to do water changes or anything lightweight. I have all the salt down. Everything's in position so that I can take care of whatever I need to take care of without lifting anything. So yeah, I think I'm all ready. I don't think there's anything I need to do. Clean my skimmer, clean some things that I just want to make sure won't. My skimmer is hooked up to a drain. It just runs. So I made sure all the drains are clean, made sure the skimmer cup's clean so it doesn't get gunked up and filled up and overflow. And didn't do any work on pumps or anything like that. Just let them keep running. I feel like if I took them apart, it's just risking something going wrong. So yeah, I'm ready. Like I cleaned the front of the glass for my wife and my son. If they got to feed the fish, they can at least tell me something's going on. There's a camera, but I never look at it. So I think I'm ready. Yeah. So that's been my week. I haven't added anything new. I haven't went to the fish store, picked up 2 more bags of frozen food just so I have, 6 weeks worth, 7 weeks worth. So everything's good to go and I don't have to go worry about the tank. So I got other things to worry about. So.
Well, I know
Yeah.
you're a big, tough, hard man, but everybody is wishing you well. Everybody.
Yeah.
Wishing you
Yeah,
well.
fingers crossed all goes well. That's the frustrating thing about this whole friendship and Discord is that we can't be there to help you, even though we wish we could be.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
100%.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And if you want,
Yeah,
we'll send Lee over in your cellar. We'll get rid of him. No drama.
I'm perfectly at home in cellars.
Yeah.
Yeah. He does his
Plenty of
best
room. You
work
can
there.
Shoot pool, play ping pong by yourself, throw darts, whatever you want to do. There's a TV down here for you.
Yeah, Jim, do you want to tell everybody that's watching what floor space your basement is?
I think the basement's 1,700 square feet.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Bigger than my gaff.
Look at Steve's face.
I mean, it's not finished or anything. It's just a basement.
No, it's not just a basement. I mean,
Oh wait, there's a pool table
yep.
Yeah.
and a changing room for a local football team.
I mean, what a
And a
fucking
fucking table
man.
tennis table.
Warehouses smaller than that.
It's a proper man cave, isn't it?
I've seen your warehouse, Stephen. It is, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got 4 warehouses, and one of our warehouses, the biggest warehouse we have, is smaller than that.
That's mental.
I'm just sat here thinking it through, going, "Hang on." That's
I used to run a car. I used to run a car body shop that was smaller than your fucking basement.
Really?
Seriously.
I remember the first time Jim told me how big his basement was, and then I explained to him how big my kitchen is, which me, Bernadette, and the dog cannot be in at one time.
Is that due to size or just due to clashes of personality?
I tell you something, it's hard to load the dishwasher on your own. That's how small the kitchen is. Anyway, way off. Wishing you all the best, Jim.
It's just America. I mean, things are bigger. I mean,
Considerably bigger, though, not just a little bit bigger. Anyway,
The thing about America, it's the greatest country in the world, and they really go for everything. So the houses are bigger, the personalities are bigger, and then when you find the idiots, they're like the best in the world. So funny.
I did wonder where that was going. Oh, Melinda's back. She's back. Melinda, can you hear us?
Acorn.
It's
Acorn.
It's her turn. She's absolutely fucked her back. So, yeah.
Oh.
She's having to move quite slowly. It's your turn, Melinda.
Hello.
Why don't you just put a
Hi.
nappy on and then you don't need to leave?
I didn't go to the toilet. I got a drink.
Oh, that's all right then. How's your
I can
back?
take some painkillers.
Is your back better?
I managed to walk the dogs again tonight. Oh, one dog. And my leg didn't do that.
Melinda said to me yesterday that she was out walking the dog and her leg just started like doing this.
Looking out.
Like the Third Reich.
You'd totally fucking avoid her, wouldn't you? You'd see that walking down the street and go,
I think the neighbors already know.
what is that?
But no, when the sciatic nerve like kicks in, like I just lose feeling in my leg and like it's numb. So I'm trying to like walk and it's like flopping after me. It's just
No
like,
one likes a floppy leg.
Third leg.
No, so
Yeah, mate.
I don't have a third leg.
How's your
My
week
week in reefing. I'm growing copepods.
Yay.
There's a bright side to my week.
Hey,
I've got my phytos blooming, like I'm having to harvest it every 5-6 days. And I'm pouring 3 liters of phyto in my tank every 2 to 3 days.
what?
Like it's
How much?
2 to 3 liters every 2 to 3 days.
Holy shit.
So at least a liter a day of phyto.
What?
Is your tank green?
No. 500 mils of copepods each day. The sand has cleared.
Hey, there we go.
The rocks, though,
Nice.
they're fucked.
Is
Everything,
that the
everything
technical
under,
term?
yeah, everything is smothered in dinos. So whatever the dinos were that were on the sand bed, the copepods, the UV, the phyto has cleared that up quite well. The stuff that's on the rocks, no, not happening.
But you're getting there.
Oh yeah, look, I'm happy that the sand's clear.
Yeah, so it's progressing.
I've turned the T5s back on, but I still haven't turned the white LEDs, the green LEDs, or the red LEDs on, because I think a fair bit of the coral loss, I think, was also from lack of light. And the T5s in the end's only like 60 par, so they're blue. I've turned them back on. But yeah, I'm just happy that I'm growing copepods. Like, thank you, John B. Where are you on the screen? There he is with the, what is this? Like, that's just been distracting. I've been sharing your video with like a couple of my friends here in Australia. Like when I say, "Oh, I've been growing copepods," they're like, "How?" And I'm like, "Watch this video." But yeah, no, they've been going really, really well. The fact that I can see them, I'm pretty impressed with.
Brilliant.
That's cool.
It's good to hear something positive, Melinda.
Oh no, like it's all a learning curve. Like I've never ever dealt with cyano in 15 years. Never had it. I've
That's
never
impressive.
had dinos. So as shitty as it is, and as pissed off as I am that I've lost so much coral, I'm happy that I'm learning something. I'm also going to be like fish only with dead rock for the next year because I'm not going to buy any more coral for a bit. But no, I've kind of like I'm growing pods. I'm impressed with that.
I like a little side project in reefing. So like growing the phyto I thought was amazing. Yeah.
What you were saying about having excess phyto, pour it in. Like seriously, I've been pouring so much in. I've got it in 2-litre bottles in the fridge and I'm literally just pouring in half a bottle a day.
That's mental.
Is stuff not like bottoming them out though?
No, I've got my nitrates up to 10 and I've got my phosphates around 0.1.
Perfect kind of place, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I've been like adjusting it, trying to get it to that, because I had it very low, and because I run the sulfur reactor, like my nitrates were always around 2. So yeah, I've obviously bottomed out, and with everything after the elk swing, everything's just been shit, and it's going. Let's get this girl working.
Less shit.
Well, I'd like it to be less shit, but it's doing its thing. Let it go. All my fish are alive. Like I've always been more fish focused. Haven't lost a fish. They're all happy as pigs in shit. The looks like the pajama cardinals are a pair. Like they've been swimming side by side everywhere. So that's been really interesting to watch. I can't see the Bengals.
Are you hoping to breed them instead of the Bengals?
Yeah, no, I've got PJs in one of the nanos and Bengals in the other nano. So I'm hoping to breed both.
Did PJs do the same thing with the male holding the fry? Ah, cool. I love that.
I think they're the ugliest fish on earth, but
yeah, that's what I was going to say. They're like an old blue tang. Like they just look fucking.
That's harsh, Jim.
Well,
when they get old and big, they look like a fucking insect.
You're still talking about a fish.
Oh, and the other thing, I didn't go to Fragorama.
Boo!
Couldn't do it.
Spent all your money on crack again, Melinda. We've talked about this.
I wasn't sure, like, even sitting here is, my back is just killing me from sitting for so long. But the drive there would have killed me. And then I thought, there's no fucking way am I going to walk into a room with all these people that, well, some of them I like, some of them not so much. I'm not going to walk in there with like a walking stick on my mum's wheelie walker. Like, fucking, it's like, nah, I'm not, nah.
Like Willy Wonka.
That's just too embarrassing.
You could do it with style.
Yeah.
I have
show
no
up like
style,
Steve.
You could have
looking like Steve with a cane.
Pimp stick. Yeah.
And like flashing
Walk
lights
in like you own the place.
Pimp
I
stick is
couldn't
exactly
walk in
what
like
I was
I own the
picturing.
place. I would have walked in there like I was about to bloody die and they could bury me. But yeah, no, I thought I can't walk around there with my back as bad as it is. Have to take a wheelie walker to sit down every 5 meters.
A Willy Walker.
A wheelie walker.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, what are they called in
Educating John here.
America? A Zigger frame or something?
Zimmer.
What are they called?
Zimmer.
Zimmer frame.
Zimmer frames.
Yeah,
On
my
wheels.
mistake.
You should have just got a
Oh.
t-shirt made that just said, "Don't worry, I've just shat myself," and
I
everyone
think
would have just
we
left you alone.
No, what was that shirt we were going to get last night?
Oh yeah,
Fuck off, my back's fucked.
fuck off, my back's fucked. That's the t-shirt I'm gonna make. See them
Fluoro green.
people that give me hassle when they see Bernadette carrying something, and I'm just standing there doing nothing. Now and again, I've got the balls to just make a really, really sexist joke just to wind them up even more.
She's as strong as an ox, don't worry.
Yeah, yeah. Or, well, at least I took the fucking cuffs off today. Anyway.
She's allowed a day out.
Lee, what's been going on with you? So you've had a busy week as well because you've been at the show.
Yeah, well, first of all, I had a little bit of the tank talk curse. Thank you, Ron.
Oh, go on.
The following Wednesday after the tour, I was watching.
Oh, well, that's a week. That's not the tour curse.
No, it was the Wednesday after the Saturday. So everything's
In the
been
same-
fine. Everything's been good.
Okay.
And I was watching Steve's amazing Wednesday night show, which were highly entertaining. And I was really enjoying it because Liam was on. And then I could hear this beeping noise in the background. And I thought, oh, it's FM module beeping. And then I went on a camera in front room, and the beeping was in the front room. So I went down into my biz. And this is what I love about quality pumps like me, biz. It was beeping because it was running dry. And one of my pipes that I'd strategically placed had fallen out of my tank and put 300 litres on floor in cellar, which was obviously
What?
nice. So that was my tank talk curse done with. Since then, I have had no issues whatsoever, apart from setting off yesterday on Friday, and the refugium tank decided to start overflowing again, but it sit that far off at top of tank and stay stable at that. Come back today. Well, gets up this morning and it's that far down now. Gone back to stable as if there's nothing wrong with it. Because Steve will have saw me on Friday night, constantly checking my phone and looking at my video camera. Harry sat next to me going, "Is it all right?" I'm like, yeah. So that were good.
So you had that on your mind the whole time that your entire tank might just completely overflow?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that.
And did I look stressed at all, Steve?
No, not really.
Just
So what,
perfectly fine.
did nature's glue fail you in the basement?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it wasn't. Well, yeah, it did, so there was no salt creep on it. Second thing, before we get on to the amazing weekend I had, a couple of days ago, I was looking in my cage tank, and I was thinking about it after the tank tour. Looked in cage, looked in water box, both got thick of Actasia. And I looked in my big tank, I ain't got none in the big tank, and it's like, why? I ain't got any filefish in there or peppermint shrimps or all. So on Tuesday, I had this frag with Zoas on, covered in Actasia. I chucked it in big tank, went in the kitchen, made a brew, come back, no Actasia on frag plug. That quick, and I'm like, this is odd. So Thursday, my mum came over, and I noticed a firework polyp with the same situation. So I picked that up, and I chucked that in, went in the kitchen, said hello to my mum, went back in, and half of the Actasia were gone. So I stood next to the front door. And out of all fish in my tank, the one thing I wouldn't have thought of it was, the Gulf Lake Angel just annihilates Actasia.
What?
Doesn't bother anything else.
I'm not 100% sure if it's not pecking on my hammers, but if it is, it's not doing enough to damage the huge colonies that I've got. But I haven't seen it go anywhere near hammers. It was just the Actasia.
Usually, if there's a fish that's going to pick on something like that, it'll take polyps of zoa, cloves, Pachyclavularia, or anything along those lines. Well,
I ain't got very many zoas, but I did have a black pyramid butterfly in that were hammering the zoas. Since that came out, the zoas seem to be growing back, and he doesn't seem to be bothering them, don't go flake. So I was just gobsmacked. So now I'm going to catch him out next week and pop him in cage, let him wipe that out, and then do the same with Warbox and put him back in. But I were amazed to see it, because what he does is he comes in like that, sits, looks at what he's going to attack, then goes, swims around tank and goes bang straight into it. It was unbelievable to watch. I'm going to get it on video when I get a chance.
That fish is worth a fortune then. I mean, it already was, but an Aptasia munching gold flake angel.
Yeah, couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it at all.
Oh, you should send it to Biota so they can breed it.
Yeah. Funny enough, it is a tank bred one as well.
Beautiful fish. Absolutely beautiful.
So, after that, first of all, I want to say I like how Rami's now dressed as a Formula 1 pit stop guy.
He does look like that, yeah.
And a couple of weeks back when Daz were on, I mentioned he looked like the guy from Gods of War. So, where's it gone? Go back.
This is always good content.
Yeah.
Sorry. So, yeah, all Daz needs is a red line down his face.
Oh, yeah. Aaron, yes. I thought you were saying Rama. I'm like, don't know.
No, Rama looks like Formula 1 pit stop guy.
So for the next fancy dress one, Darren, you need to come dressed like that.
Steve, will you do my makeup for me?
Yeah, I'm quite good at it now.
Oh, how dare you, Steve? Your daughter did all of that and she did an amazing job and you're taking the glory.
Well, everyone's been teasing me saying that I did it. So rather than deny it again, I thought I'd just say, yes, I did it.
Fair enough.
You looked absolutely fantastic, Steve. As I say, you've gone up in my estimation tenfold. Absolutely amazing.
It was the entrance what got me. How he just walked round the corner and everyone's just gone like that.
It was only like the pub was completely rammed.
Yeah, it was rammed. Yeah.
I was just hoping Steve was going to get pulled over by the cops on the way. Name, sir? Fanny. Second name?
And I just say a massive thanks to Liam.
Yes.
For bringing these for me. Surprise. He said to me, "Oh, I've got something for you." And I'm thinking, shit.
It's going to be a giant cock wrapped
Was
in
I supposed to bring him something? Is it like the frag swap thing? But no, he was just giving me that.
He reached out to me and he says, look, you kind of intimated that Steve was into car detailing. I said, yeah, he was, but he's got a company car now. He doesn't like the company. So it's like, fuck that. I'm gonna wash it with a handful of gravel. No, I didn't say any of that. I just said, no, I'm sure he would appreciate some of your blended stuff because I'm trying a lot of his stuff and I must admit, it's very good. It's very good.
I look forward to trying it.
Yeah. And if not, you can just wash your bollocks with it. Rama, you're weak in reefing.
I hadn't even got on a thingy yet, have I?
Oh, on you go then.
I just stopped them while you were all talking amongst yourselves and letting you crack on. Sorry, Rama.
Come on.
So Friday, we went to 2 different new fish shops. Went to 2 days locals, which is Moss End, Reef Keeps Moss End, and the Crazy Chinese Lady. Now, before we get any comments about me referring to that, as we walked into the shop, she went, hello. I won't do an accent, obviously. I just saw your face and when I started. I thought, no, I best not. She went, hi, welcome to my shop. As you will probably know, I am the crazy Chinese lady. And that's how she introduced herself.
Told you. She's
and
fucking mad.
It was an amazing shop, one of them old school shops where they have everything.
It was Tim's comment who made me fucking chuckle the most. He's like, I was looking up at the lights and obviously her lights failed and she's just fucking cable tied another light to the light. I was like, yeah, that's crazy Chinese. That's what she does.
So you'd have an XR15 that's broken with a Hydra tie wrapped underneath it.
No fucks given.
Going, what the fuck?
No.
It's amazing.
She had a firework clove polyp colony, which were bigger than my 58-inch TV, in one tank, and it was the shop were phenomenal.
Was it Chinese inches?
Yeah. No, this was English inches.
Also, you didn't have to say 58-inch TV. You could have just said 58 inches.
Yes.
I think because it was square. I was trying to think of something square, and I'm going to say the size of my TV then. But, well, you don't know how big my TV is, so I can't just say yeah. So then,
Where?
Friday night, we're all
Square.
gathered up. Steve turned up
Same.
looking.
Same length. Square.
Yeah. It was like the full coral bay. Okay, then, so it was like a 4-foot coral bay, frag tank.
Like a rectangle.
Yeah. So then Friday night, we're all having a beer, and I'm like constantly looking at my phone to make sure my tank don't overfill. Saturday, obviously, love to reef. I walks in, bumps into a guy I met last year who had a brain aneurysm and used my videos as inspiration to get his ass into gate set up his new system.
Oh, poor sod.
Yeah, so I know, it's terrible, isn't it? So I had a good chat with him. Loads of people coming up to me going, "Yo, Lee, can I check your hand? Nice to meet you." And it was very humbling, the amount of people that came up who watch my videos, appreciate my videos, and it was just really nice. And then I also
Were you handing out Aquaforest hats?
No, I didn't. I'd gone to try and get some more sponsorship, so I had a chat with a guy who does Abyss pumps, and that was a huge no. I had a chat with Steve about sponsorship. That were, I don't think you're our kind of calibration, Lee. So that were no, joking, Steve. Obviously, no. I didn't go for that like that. I just went to have a good catch up with a lot of good friends, and it was an awesome time. And as I say, the amount of people I met that came up and thanked me and says, "Oh, you make me laugh so much," blah blah blah. And
someone actually came up to me and said,
Steve?
"Someone came up to me and said, I've just met Lee. I can't believe it. I went to shake his hand, but I went to shake the wrong hand. I gave him my wrong hand. I feel terrible." You won't be the first person.
I spent 4 hours driving down to the Reef experience going, off of your left, off of your left.
I did the same.
His right is, off of your left, because it's his left that is okay. So you don't put your right hand out.
Oh, so you don't give me your knob? Oh, I've been doing it wrong for all these years.
It's like the shaky hand man from Banzai. If you give him your knob, it just doesn't stop.
So it were really good. It were very humbling, and them constantly saying, "Oh yeah, I watched you for Wednesday night on Steve's, and love watching Salty Banter. That's our type of sense of humour. It's fantastic." And I met one guy, and it's not in the hobby yet, but he's learning and he's watching. And I said, "Oh well, when you get in the hobby, when you're ready, give us a shout. I'll help all I can." And you could see you were like taken back that I'd offered. So it was a really, really great weekend and very humbling for me. And it's made me now think I really need to start putting my videos out properly and putting more effort into it. But I was just surprised at the amount of people recognised me and wanted to speak to me. And when I was talking to my mate Subs, there's a guy who had a brain problem. There must have been 20 people come past and shook my hand, and I said, "I'll catch up with you later and have a chat." And I made the effort to talk to as many people as I could. But yeah, it was really good, and it's thanks to this platforms like yours, Ron, and Steve's that has given me the ability to touch these people and help them, because I didn't realise personally. Because to me, it's just me. Everything I do is just me.
Don't laugh, you two. I fucking saw that. I touched them. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I know where that was going.
I touched them and I didn't get arrested for it. It was great. But yeah, it's nice to know that they see what I do. Because as I've said before, to me, what I do is just me. I don't understand the difference it makes and how it affects people seeing someone in my physical state doing what I do. So it makes me open my eyes a lot more and make me want to do a lot more videos to help people. So thanks to Ron and Steve and the Reefers Network and everyone for helping me get to where I am now.
Next trick is to juggle.
Okay.
I said the next trick is to juggle.
I was just going to say, shall we all have a round of applause?
Steve. Okay, Mr. Pit Stop, Rama. First of all, really nice to see you.
Thank
Second of all, did the most recent court thing go in your favour?
It did indeed, yeah.
Oh, excellent.
I've got one more appearance, and then hopefully that's it then done.
Brilliant. So, reefing, what's been happening with you?
Nearly nuked the tank the other week with alkalinity. I put 100 mil in instead of 10 mil. So, yeah, walked out the house and the Trident did a test, and I was like, "There's no way that's 12.6. That's fucking lying." And then replayed it in my brain, and I was like, "That's probably really accurate, actually, you twat." So, yeah, that was a quick water change later, and and then met these lot on Friday. I haven't lost a single coral or anything, or fish or nothing, so that was a good thing. And then, and the legend that he's Lee showed him my Apex, so he'd stop logging on the thing, and he said it's your SD card, so got one of them to do this later on today.
Oh, that's not strictly right. You asked Dave first, and then Dave asked me.
Well, you're the brains of the operation, Lee, so...
Well, am I just a fucking brute? You bastard.
You're the muscle guys.
Mini muscle, mini muscle. Mini muscle.
So yeah, I had a really good time Friday and Saturday. Obviously, the banana costume come out, and there we go.
I'm just glad to see you and that you're still in the hobby, and keep it up.
I'll try.
So next on the screen is the mountain himself.
He sat on the floor.
Dan. So Dan, I've been told that you are, not my words, a beast.
Well, get him to stand up next to his tanks. We know roughly how big a tank is.
He's a
Gary Barlow's son.
He is a
He's
lump.
Gary Barlow's son, yes.
Sorry,
there's a few. There's a few couple of shop people, I think, but it's
He's a unit.
Wait a second. You do, Dan. Yeah.
Well, I heard everyone was going to slag you off for buying TMC products, but they were all intimidated by you because you're so huge.
I took a picture from afar.
You did.
TMC are great.
I was actually
you whore, Steve.
That Discord photo, I was actually looking at my phone. I was just checking the warranty on what I just won. So I was just, just having a look at it. And it, fire risk highly likely, but I'll gloss over that. But it's no, that. Do you know what's funny about that? The TMC bucket. So everyone got like a free entry to the raffle for the ticket, and I brought 10 extra tickets, and I'd already put them. I was going for who wasn't going for the Exodus voucher? I think it was 420 quid. I mean, who didn't want that? So I'd already done that, and then I think Matt came back with Rockstan, and he said to someone else, "Oh, have you done your free ticket?" And I was like, "And mine's back in the car in my bag." So I went back to the car and got it. I wasn't going to bother, and I thought, I'll go and get it because it's an extra ticket. And when I went back to the buckets, I said to the guys, "Oh, which bucket hasn't had much in it?" And I think it was like 5 and 6, and I could see 6 was the TMC products, and I just thought, "I'll sod it, I'll put it in there." And then lo and behold, that ticket was called. So yeah, just
What are you trying to say? You were number 2 in the bucket. That was it.
Yeah, when I went, there was 3 prizes, and funny enough, I was first up, and then when I went to put my hand in, there was only 2 other tickets in there, so it wasn't.
And they were John's. John put both of his in.
John
Rather than keep one piece and put the other in, he just put both of them in the bucket.
Yeah, he fucked right up, didn't he?
Yeah, there was a few called that weren't there, which is quite surprising. But
so what did you win, Dan?
I think I had a choice of the skimmer, and the thing that I picked, which was a little reactor. It was just like a little media reactor, and I think there was a pump. There was a small pump.
Did you get the bio pellet reactor?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah.
No, you got the that one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Steve's on about the circular one. That's a copy of ATI.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't that. Yeah, I did see that, and I thought I didn't really fancy it. I just looked at it and I thought, what can I potentially use, possibly? So I must admit, when Paul called the number, because it was 210, and when he called it, I was, when you sort of look at it and I'm thinking, there's no effing way he's just called my ticket. And I was a bit like, when you're a bit hesitant to walk forward and put your hand up, I was a bit like, So
That's because you knew the shit you were coming to get from this. Yeah.
Yeah. But as my tank's like 90% TMC, what's another TMC product? So
Oh, you could fill that with water and put the flames out on the other equipment with it.
yeah, it's but yeah, love to Reef was phenomenal. Just like really, really good. Everyone I saw was great. Just like really friendly. We did dive into AAC at the beginning, and that was like really good to get in there. So the first time in there, so that was good. Display tanks in there were just like on another level. So it was hell of a shot. SPS tray they had in there was like the cleanest and nicest stuff I've ever seen. I think just coral wise was just really, really good. But and a good fish selection. So I'm hoping to go back at some point and get some fish, but I've just got to make sure I've got two UVs now on my system. So I'm just hoping that the white spot is gone, completely gone. I've not seen anything for 3 weeks now, so I'm hoping that's going to stay. But tank wise, it's all going good. I can't complain. I've got a little tiny bit of bubble algae coming back in a couple of places, but I'm not that bothered. I'm hoping there's someone doing a tank breakdown not far from me, same town, and he's still got a fox face, so I might go and grab that tomorrow, and I'll see if he takes a liking to a bit of bubble algae. But apart from that, it's all happy.
Is
happy,
it a
happy.
standard fox face or a mag fox face?
It's a standard one, yeah, just a standard. He did have
the mags prefer it more than the standards, but yeah. Try your luck.
Yeah, I'll try it. It's only local. He doesn't want a lot for it, so I'll give it a try. But I do need to get. The plan is hopefully going forward get some more fish. I want to try and get a few at the same time, and then I can just leave the fish alone. Then just leave the tank, and then just see what corals I can get. I did get the Harry did get me the gold hammer that I'd won a few weeks prior on Steve's live stream. He brought me that down, and I did ask for a piece of purple stylo, so he brought me a piece of purple stylo. So they're in, and they're really good. Yeah, really nice corals, nicely presented. So thank you, Harry. He's and Harry's like, what a little legend he is. He's so polite, and
yes,
he was busy. He was really busy. He was running around trying to film all sorts. So and yeah, to everyone else that I saw, just thank you. It was really good just to see everyone.
The only thing I'll say about Harry is he makes me feel bad about myself, because I'll speak to Harry, right, and you know what I'm like, all right, Harry, you little slag, and he's like, hello, Ronald, how are you today? And I'm like, oh fuck, I just called him a slag.
He bought me a chocolate bar for when I got there.
Did he?
Yeah, me.
Yeah, he bought me a star bar when I rocked up.
He also brought me some of the inserts for the top of the Trident tubs. I was blown away with them.
Oh, the little cones to keep your neck straight. Yeah.
Steve's given me his last ball towel as well.
Oh, your last one?
Yeah. I love him enough to give him my last one.
Oh.
When do I get one?
When I see you at a show.
Yeah.
You have to develop the clam towel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, have you got some balls going on, Melinda?
I use mine all the time. I keep it near tank. I always forget to have a towel in front of them. So thanks again, Steve.
Next time I find an engineer
Dave.
Melinda, next time I've got an engineer going over to Australia, I'll get him to take one and post it to you.
Or you could just give one to Ron, since he's always posting me stuff. He's just like my
I'm just the fucking postman. I post
Scottish
stuff.
farmer.
Ron's going to need a single airline carrier just for what he sends.
No, he's brilliant. I cannot complain. Oh, and I've got my mouldy fuck bunker sticker on my tank.
Yes.
I opened the packet and went, okay, this is
People,
where it belongs.
people get them
week.
whether they fucking like it or not.
I had big plans for them during Fragorama, but
Oh, no way. You can't do that.
Oh yeah, I can.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I can.
Fuck. Okay, next on this
Sorry.
screen is Steve. It's really nice of you to join, Steve. Are you well?
Other Steve.
Yeah. He doesn't know I'm talking about him. Look at him.
Sorry, this. Hi.
He was sleeping with his eyes open. Did you see that?
He didn't recognise his own name.
He's like, oh dear.
It's been a long few weeks.
You have been a busy boy.
I have been about. Yeah, all good, mate. Obviously, straight off the back of Love to Reef. The only thing that I will say is I drove down there on Friday, and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I practiced in the mirror every single morning. Do not buy anything because you do not have any room. So when I left on Saturday, I got 2 Gonioporas and a Scenaria. I've gone in right. Well,
Fox. I mean, you sent me a video of your tank this morning, Steve. You do not have a square inch of space in that tank.
The Gonioporas are like in the back that you can just see through a cave if you stand over there and look slightly angled and stand on one leg. Yeah.
So do you not have a second system for like overspill or?
Not really. However, I do have an office tank that seems to have appeared.
Oh, has it now?
I was sent a tank as a sample to try, and me being the very politically correct person that I am, I messaged the person and said, "Thank you very much. However, it's a sack of shit and it'll never get used." Threw some water.
You're using it.
Was it one of those new TMC tanks?
Yeah.
No.
With your baffles in back.
So the roof in your office started to leak. It started to fill it with water.
Absolutely.
Some salt fell in.
Yep. So I've got this little peninsula on my desk, which is just going to have some anemones to try and get rid of the anemones out of my tank. Which, as I say, I got as a sample for about, I don't know, 50 quid or whatever it was, plus shipping. I then proceeded to put about 2.5 grand's worth of Neptune on it because I'm not there. So, and then I sat back and looked at it. And I thought, it's a nano tank, you fucking idiot. What are you doing? So
I love it. I love it.
I'm now looking at the 2-foot tank that's in my office that I set up probably nearly a year ago and rocked out, and that's never had water in it. I thought, well, it's okay because all that Neptune can go on that tank.
So hold on, that's still sitting empty.
Yeah.
And you've put all of this Neptune gear on this little peninsula.
Yeah, it's about 60 litres.
And I know what it's like, because when I were going to lose, when the one about moving and I were going to have to move out, what I was going to do was keep a 3-footer and put all the kit that I've got on my big system on the 3-footer.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm obviously straight off the back of RAP as well. So I've been out to.
Were you there working, Steve?
Yeah, I went out to Ecotech or Aperture. Had a three nights out in Pennsylvania, and then straight from there over to Florida. Had a week at the show, and then I stayed on for a few days afterwards as well. So I went to the Florida Aquarium, which I absolutely love.
I'd love to go there.
To SeaWorld, to the coral spawning facility at SeaWorld. That was really, really good. And obviously RAP. And then back home and straight into Love to Reef.
What an amazing trip.
Yeah. Did you see any manatees?
Yeah.
That's the one thing I've always wanted to see.
Yeah, we saw behind the scenes as well. And they got baby manatees. A baby manatee is the cutest thing that I have ever seen in my entire life. And my daughter just kept saying, "Can we have one, Dad?" I'm like, yeah, of course. We'll just put it in Jam's basement. It'll be fine.
Jam's basement. Oh dear.
That is the one creature it's one of the bucket list things I want to see. The manatees.
They're an amazing animal, and the work that they do there to obviously bring them in, rescue them, and then release them. So they have like a 3-strike policy. They were telling us. So if a manatee comes in injured, it gets treated, looked after, put back out into the wild. If it comes back again, treated, put back out into the wild. If it comes in a third time, it then becomes a resident.
Which is pretty common, right? I mean, when you see them out when you're boating, they're so gnarred up from boats and just scars everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a bit like prison service for repeat offenders, isn't it? Then.
Right, you have all jumped around so much. I'm trying to. Right, next on my screen is Matt.
Whoa, John.
Jeez. How are
John's
you?
turning it to Dave.
Shall I go?
You can go.
I was just going to say I'm on my shit laptop, so just be a strap in because it could go to shit.
It sounds all right, and it's your camera's okay.
Amazing, Matt.
Fuck knows. Busy. So tank's good. A little bit of cyano that time of year. Don't know why. Just seem to always get it. Otherwise, tank's good. Not lost anything. The only thing I think it's just they go missing. Gobies for some reason. I've lost 2 in the recent couple of months. Spoke about it on Steve's stream. Can't really put anything to it. I can only imagine it's a dodgy batch of gobies. I don't know. Then
Did they have ringworm?
What's up, go? What?
Did they have ringworm?
Possibly. They've literally gone missing. I literally haven't seen a body. I'm not even going to comment. I'm not even going
Look at fucking Melinda. Look at her face.
Yeah, I'm avoiding it.
With that. She's so chuffed with that.
Yep, I'm avoiding it.
What goby?
How proud she is.
Yeah. Not giving her the time of day.
No. Sorry, Zach, you were asking what kind of goby it was.
Yeah.
Orange spot and a tiger goby. I tried 2 different types.
You just have to walk by the fish wall and they are just jumping as you walk by. They're just so fucking nuts.
Yeah. So I think I'm just going to go back to a trusty chalk goby at some point because they always seem to be the best. But we'll do that at some point. We went to Love to Reef. Nice to see everyone. It's always nice to see familiar faces. I'm already itching to go to Finest for the next Reefers Network meets. I'm like, when can we see other people?
When is that?
5th of July.
Yeah, 5th of July.
Oh, it's a while away, yeah, because I'm going to that one. I am buzzing for it.
You coming to
You
that?
already got tickets.
I'm coming to that one.
Okay.
You got tickets already?
Oh, it's not a ticketed event. It's just literally a shop.
Yeah,
He's not going to pay for a ticket.
Do you have a
Sorry, Matt. My apologies.
All right.
Ron, do you have a phone? Sorry, Ron, do you have a phone lanyard that like you can put your phone in the case?
No,
So when you're walking around, you can show me everything.
I'm not 85 years old. I don't have a phone.
You motherfucker! How am I supposed to see this?
Melinda,
What's a phone lanyard? What's a phone lanyard?
wants me to literally film.
Like a GoPro?
As
Like
Yes,
Like
but
on
with his phone.
FaceTime on the phone.
So I
they
can
call
see.
that a lanyard?
Melinda, if you get out of bed, I will take you to the show.
Get on a plane.
If I get out of bed, how's that going to help me?
I mean, well, because you'll need to be awake to answer the phone.
Oh, I'm always awake. Like,
I'll take you to the show. I'll walk around the.
that's what I want to. I want
Finest
you
with you.
to give me a tour.
You can just
the show.
insult everybody.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Just be a little bit careful, Ron. You're in Liverpool, mate. Your phone will get stolen.
Oh,
Is that
no.
AFR you're holding there? Let me tell you about AFR.
It's going. The drugs kick in. The drugs kicked in.
Motherfucker! Turned into Uncle Benny.
Yeah, she just went off and went.
Oh, boom!
Is that the smallest tub they do? Because that is very small.
It was a freebie.
It's just very far away, Ron.
Trying to get you hooked.
Yeah.
Crack.
Yeah. Sorry, Matt. I think it was your turn.
Yeah, sorry, Matt.
Somewhere in all of that was saw John Ryan.
Hey, here we go.
And I actually got an extra one because Steve kindly bought all of the extra ones off of John from Exodus, bought them off John.
Has anybody ever realized that Ron does the fawns? Hey!
Yes, I do. I do.
Yeah. We're telling you to sit on it next.
What's going on?
I can't do the love heart, Melinda. I've tried 5
Thumbs down. Thumbs down.
What?
You're doing this.
That looks like an onion.
Oh!
Success.
Yay!
Sorry. Yeah, that's a bit of a
That's a
joke.
good one.
Sorry, Maddie.
I do love how Melinda used straight vodka with her cocaine, the medication that she's on.
Yeah, she's using Coke slurry.
She's on the Chris concoction. Love to Reef.
Lemonade.
Ooh,
Not
dear.
water. Lemonade.
Okay.
Lemonade.
I don't drink that stuff.
Sorry,
that
Matt.
fish
Do carry
pissing.
on.
Sorry, Matt.
Right, behave yourselves.
And then we got there early, went to AAC for 10, walked in, thought, so busy, I might actually walk away from AAC with spending nothing. That didn't happen. Walked in, Barry then said to me, have you noticed? And I went, no, I haven't. And then I looked and I went, oh, I have noticed. So there is a tank that's a Reef Casa. They don't make it anymore. It was on the desk. We've been eyeing it up for probably 6 months. And young Dylan, Paul's son, has been holding off to try and get it replaced, but they've now put pygmy seahorses and tank-bred mandarin tank on the desk. So as I'm winding Roxy up saying, oh, they've sold it, but actually it was put to a side. So we've gained a tank.
Oh, you got another tank?
Yes.
So you go to a show saying you're not going to spend anything, and you buy a whole fucking tank.
But Matt, what
Brilliant.
did you actually go there for? You went there for fucking liquid phosphate and nitrate. You didn't get those, and you bought a tank.
He's a good salesman, ain't he, that Barry?
I mean,
So do you have one each now? One from
like
one
Roxanne's
model
got 2.
Yeah. But this one's only that. It's not big at all. It's like 25.
Perfect Alpha Reef tank.
Yes.
It's an Alpha Reef tank. It's about that size.
Steve's got a jar that's going to do you for months.
Yep.
And that is just
The
gonna,
only way to reef.
it's just
I've
going
got a 2,000 litre TNT pump will fit in it as well.
Maddie, just give up.
Right now, Matt. They're doing it to you on purpose, aren't they?
Go on, buddy.
Yeah,
They're bullying you.
I've been quiet today. Normally I do it to them, so never mind. So that'll just be weird and wonderful things. That probably like be rock flower nems, pom pom crabs, weird things that I can't have in the main tank.
That would be cool though.
Yeah, it will be cool. It'll just be something different. But she's leading it. That is Roxanne Reef. That is nothing to do with me. So placement, setup is all on her. I will probably have to do the water changes, but
I mean, as long as you're prepared.
It's not going to be all.
Roxanne's Reef sounds like a YouTube handle.
It does.
Yeah.
Good luck
I
with
have to
that.
get her on the live.
Good luck with that. Unless you see her in person, that's the only time you're going to see her.
Well, you need to call the channel then Live Rock, surely.
Like it. And then I thought, okay, I bought a tank. What else can I buy? And
What?
because that's the logic we have. I walked around looking at coral, thinking nothing's grabbing me today, and then I suddenly see an amazeball gonopora.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, fuck. And then we contemplated, and I was like, and then Sean, Successful Reef Aquariums, comes over and goes, well, I might have it. And then Roxy's like, you're not having it.
Yes.
So we ended up buying the amazeball gonopora.
Fisticuffs.
How beautiful is it though?
It's very beautiful. Yeah, very, very beautiful. I'm shocked how it looks in the tank compared to. So it's one of those.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I won't kill it.
Here today, gone tomorrow.
Oh,
Fingers crossed here, Matt.
Yeah.
Matt, do you have any other gonnies in your tank?
Yes, yeah, I've got loads of gonnies.
They gonny next week, mate. Yeah.
So
Elisa's still here. Is this the first?
You're going to
thing
tell
she said
me
the whole
what
time?
I've heard twice this weekend, and it now scares the hell out of me.
So don't put close to the other gonnies. Leave
Yeah.
that completely somewhere away from the other gonnies. I lost mine.
It's the other side of the tank, so it's nowhere near the other gonnies. It's going to be a bit of a centerpiece on its own rock, near nothing else. Because I bought it, and then 2 people told me that, and I'm like, great, I bought something that was going to go in the garden. No, it can't, so it's got to have its own rock.
Yeah, Reef Builders Salem visited Chris Capp, and they were talking about gonnies just a couple of weeks ago, and it was a really interesting conversation, especially them talking about the fact that Goniopora, Alveopora, Bernardopora will all attack each other.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
I remember seeing Chris Metley going on about it, and he's got a glitter ball and he keeps it in a complete separate area away from the rest of them.
Yeah.
In like a totally different coral bay.
Apart from that, in 2 weeks' time, we're probably going to go to AC again because we have ordered a pair of swallowtails.
You are just ball up deep in reefing, aren't you? Nice.
Which swallowtails?
Friday paycheck.
Just the standard. My bank balance cannot take the mast pair.
So did you actually get what you went in there for?
Nope.
I think the standard are pretty
Proper
anyway.
shopping.
I wanted liquid phosphate because I need to raise that a little bit, but I'm doing that with food at the moment. So I was like, I'm just going to buy some because it was so busy, like wall to wall with people. My brain was like, what do I need? So I walked out of everything I didn't need.
Matt, sorry, when you say standards, which swallowtails have you gone for?
Just the Dave.
Standard
Just
Lamarck's
the
red,
Standard
Red
Dave.
Sea. Yeah,
Wait.
not Lamarck. Sorry, just normal swallowtail.
Dave,
So the
ask
silver
Lee.
with yellow.
Dave,
Yeah.
ask Lee.
Yeah, basically the standard yellow ones that you get. The most common ones, Steve.
Oh,
I can't think of the fucking name of them.
Yeah.
They had them in AAC. We were talking about it, right? They had
a male. They had a male.
I know which one you mean.
I do too. The standard ones.
Yeah,
Standard ones.
I know which one you mean now when you say standards.
Just regular.
The male
The
with
usual.
the black
budget ones,
stripes.
Steve.
Yeah.
The budget
Not the
ones.
line.
The common ones, basically.
You get 2 variants of the standard ones, right? You get one from a Red Sea and the other from some other fucking.
Yeah,
Yeah, but the Red Sea ones are known as the lyre-tailed zebras rather than your standard swallows.
Sounds like the new Stratton.
Either way, they're
Do
a
they
nice
flex
fish.
as well?
Matt. Well done.
Yeah, so
Yeah, they're
like
just
them.
the usual common standards.
they had
The swallowtails ones, the ones that have
A
got
lot
tails
of
like swallows.
those. I think. Do you see a lot of those, or are they quite rare? Those ones.
Which ones?
we see a lot of
Usual
females.
common standards.
Yeah, there's everywhere.
Oh.
It's not like, unlike the unusual rare, not common standard ones there, that you don't see as many as them.
This is fucking nuts. Oh, God. Too funny. How many more names can we have for just standards?
This is more like a conversation that would have happened Friday night rather than Sunday lunchtime.
Totally agree. It's like a conversation 2 people with Alzheimer's would have in a nursing home.
So basically, my conversation all day, every day in my own home.
Yes. In the mirror.
Ditto.
Anyway.
Hey, she's the one with the wheelie walker.
Did you say
That's what they're called, wheelie walkers.
John, you've got a willy warmer, haven't you?
I have got a couple of them knocking about the house somewhere. Yeah.
Called a sock.
What is happening?
Oh, I don't know.
I can't believe
We're
you're
all
still
saying
here.
that.
I can't believe
Unless
you're
I
still
think
here.
she's on Instagram. Like, just turn so we can see you.
I turn and my
Someone's
gimbal doesn't like it.
Well,
You don't
turn
need a,
yourself 90 degrees, Alyssa. See
you
what
don't need a
happens.
you don't need a
You just
gimbal, Alyssa. You're not
too used to
Do you need
Doesn't say.
pop it on a box.
Rarius, yellow, and silver? That one.
No, it's Zinnicamphius common as Fukuyo.
That's the one from out of the Red Sea, isn't it?
Yeah, it's some from the Red Sea. Yeah.
Is that the default one?
God,
The seal?
right.
Generic.
Stop. Mr. Budnick. So obviously this is a bit of a melancholy salty banter because you have sold your store. Oh, you're muted.
You're still
You're
muted.
still muted. There we go.
Last week, life chucked a couple lemons at me, then started squeezing them in my fucking eyeballs.
Yeah.
So
Is that why you're looking younger?
Yes.
Is that the trick?
Yeah.
Is it like a weight that's been lifted? Because you do look a lot happier and
He
better than
does.
you have.
Doesn't he look fab?
Yeah.
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 I thought he was a different guy. I thought, has it time travelled and gone back? Because he looks younger and slimmer.
Actually, under my hat, all of my hair has grown back.
Oh, yes.
So basically what we're saying is for every other stream before now, you just look like shit. So
That's what I'm gathering.
That's how it goes.
So put the store up for sale and got offers almost immediately. A couple hours later, a guy from South Carolina got super serious, super quick, bought a plane ticket as soon as, like I said, yeah, let's talk. He showed up the following week on a Tuesday, and he met another partner in Michigan about 3 hours away that he drove up, and we all met and talked, and they loved it and really liked it. It was a pretty good price.
it was very cheap.
Yeah, I definitely let it go. But that helped just be done with it.
Yes.
I love it here very, very much. So it does suck. But I'm still young-ish. So I can always do something in the future if I feel like I really, really need to. I think it's good. I'm happy about it. He comes in Tuesday night at 1 a.m. again, and he's gonna sleep up on the store loft on an air mattress, and then we're gonna meet in the morning and finish all the paperwork and transfer all the legalities and stuff. And I'm gonna help out for the remainder of the week, and I start my new job back in construction like I used to the following week, and I'll give him a hand in the evenings until he's got it under control.
You did this hammer shake, but I thought your construction job was usually just watching people.
There's another gif right there.
So, is he taking over your name as well? So, on next Salty Banter, it's going to be him there with saying Zach Bundy.
He'll be right here in this seat next time.
That's not.
Well, he's not getting in.
He's not going to be invited.
Super nice, super nice guy. Okay,
Not going to get on well in here.
Have you warned them that, you know, with the sale of the store comes a compulsory membership to Discord?
No, fuck did I? No.
So all of this talk can't go live, so we can just call the guy, right?
Yeah.
We
can edit it. We can edit it.
No, he's a nice guy. Young, he's 26.
So have you got a tank at home or anything, or are you going to be coming out the hobby, or?
I'm gonna take a break from it. I have a tank at home, but I'm
Goldfish?
babysitting fish for someone whose house had burnt down the previous year. So they're finally in a position they can take.
TMC pump.
Yeah.
You have enough at home to start up the truck.
So I've just been spending the week
Sorry.
writing like lists for like daily tasks, weekly tasks, monthly tasks, yearly tasks, and trying to make everything as simple as possible for instructions for he's got interviews today for locals, and then also people he said he would move here. So they're going to keep the building. They're going to sign a 2-year lease. It's going to be cool. He comes from his name. His name, it was Low Country Coral Boys, and on their online on their website they have just phenomenal, beautiful corals. Like specializes in high-end zoas and crazy bounce mushrooms and stuff like that. And he's pretty successful at doing it with just his online thing. So this is just like an extra thing that he'll be doing.
Is he finally going to turn it into a tiki store?
Yeah, we did talk about that, and that was like he walked in and said, "I'm kind of feeling like it should be a little more tiki in here." So
does he know about Great Lakes fish and corals?
We talked about it. I brought it up and he says, "Yeah, I was going to ask you about that." And I told him that I had the name first. So he was pretty happy about that. Didn't want anyone coming after him.
Yeah. Well, as much as I am absolutely gutted that the store is going out of your hands, considering what's happened in the last, 14 days, I think it's a phenomenal turnaround for your life. And I can't wait to see what you get up to. And obviously, there's absolutely no fucking way you're leaving Reefy AF. No way.
Yeah, I'll hang
have
around.
to stick in.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to actually have you on without you getting up and wandering about all the time.
Yeah, you'll still do that. You just won't be dressed.
Right. Yeah, that's it.
Condolences and congratulations at the same time, Zach.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Mm.
Right, Mr. McGinty, what have you been up to?
Yeah, just done a rob, clean my glass. That's about it. No, mate. What have I been doing? Met up with everybody Friday night. Steve was looking very feisty with his red hair. I was a fan. I don't know if he thought I was taking the mick, but 100%, 100% it suited him.
Definitely when I
was gutted when I saw him Saturday, and I was like, "Where's your hair?"
Yeah, he joined, he joined this meeting, and I was like, "Oh, it's Steve."
Yeah, exactly. Great hair.
So many people, so many people said, "What's happened to your hair?"
Exactly.
Did it make it easier to dye since you have the gray hair?
Yes, it definitely made it show up a lot more.
Yeah,
on the grey hair.
it's porous, like coarse, so it grabs it quite quickly.
You just saw the red in your ear and all that back of your neck. That just
It was all in my shirt collar, and it looked like a murder scene when I washed my hair that night.
Nice.
But you did fail to tell everybody, Steve, that you attracted 2 young blonde birds on Friday night at the pub.
Who didn't know who Analytics were.
Exactly.
There was 3 women in the car park on my way over from the car to see you guys as well that wanted to stop and talk to me.
See, Steve, there you go. Red hair suits you. Get
So,
on
yeah.
it.
Didn't mention that on your turn to speak, Steve.
No, he didn't. He kept that one quiet. He thought maybe the wife's watching.
He even looked at him and says, "Why are you dressed like that?" And he went, "I actually dress like this all the time. What are you saying?"
I mean, yeah, they was like, "Are you all in fancy dress?" And we all looked at each other as to say, what are you seeing that we're not? Yeah, so Friday night was a good laugh. And then, Saturday met up with everybody. Got involved in the frag swap. Purchased a few corals from a guy in Portsmouth. That's like a hobbyist, but hobbyist prices, which was really good.
So did he have an actual stall there?
No. So he's just got like a garage set up and I think he said he's got a Reef for 750 indoors, and then he's got like 3 frag tanks in his garage. But so I'm useless with names, but I got a big piece of rainbow loom off him, Acropora, I believe, and a pink tip torch. And they were £80, which I thought was quite fair.
And you got to take them home with you. They weren't missing when you went to collect them at the end?
No, because these were like we knew it was 100% legit, but it felt well dodgy. Meeting someone on the green at AAC underneath the trees in a car boot.
Oh yeah,
Giving cash and getting bags of corals.
getting
Were
them
you
packets.
was you wearing a red rose so they could recognise you?
Yeah, exactly. Dave knew about the situation. He's been there, done that.
I think next year we're going to do some like miniature bags of salt, and I will meet you.
Dave would be a favourite customer, Steve. 100%.
No,
It's got to be Nios pure, right?
nice pure. Otherwise, it burns a nostril. What?
Hey. The only thing is with that bottle, it's very Moorish.
And then I got roped into doing an aquascape judging hosting competition with Drippy. So, yeah, you can imagine how that went.
Sorry, were you hosting or was what?
Me and Drippy were like meant to be like a 1 and 2 man band. Yeah. And then,
That's a fucking disaster, isn't it?
And then it was Jill, Liam, who was the judge? And Reef Talk judged the actual 4 aquascapes. I won't mention the tanks because, yeah, Ron will just be like, oh my God, this has been mentioned way too much. But you can gather who the manufacturer was.
Does it start with T and rhymes with TMC?
Yes, something like that.
That was subtle, John. Subtle.
Yeah, and then that's about it. So Liam brought me a frag of F-Flow because Tom wouldn't go out of the way and get anything for me. But anyway, I'll remember that.
Yeah.
But yeah, a big chunk of Airflow, £7. I was like, them Northerners get some good prices.
£7?
Yeah, it's about this. It's well over the plug, grown like a skirt, and £7. He said. I said like, and he wouldn't take any money either. I said, oh, how much do I owe you? He was like, it's only £7. Don't worry about it.
That was from Pet City, which is 2 minutes from my mum's house, and they have shitloads of stuff like that in.
Yeah, and it looks fine. I left it on the plug and put it in there. And yeah, seems happy as anything, like everything else. A guy called Richard who lives up, I want to say like Peterborough way. He gave me a Raja Rampage frag.
Ah, nice.
For nothing. Sent his dad down because he was moving house. I would have rather these Camphophilia, but he said no, that's the only reason he's keeping his tank going because I think he's got about 9 of them or something. So
I get absolutely bombarded every single week of people wanting my acans. It is non-stop.
Yeah. No, these are the Acanthophylias, is it? What's the big massive, the donut corals, as Melinda might know them? Yeah. He's got a lovely collection of those. And I always message him on Instagram. You getting rid of those Acanthos? He's like, no chance.
Yeah. I'm like, nope.
Yeah, but I'm the same with the Acans. I've only got a couple, but yeah, I'm like, yeah, I won't let them go. Or I asked you and Lee, how would you cut them up? Because one colony is quite big, but I'm scared to touch it.
So when are we going to get a tank tour from you, Darren?
I was thinking that, and I was like, I'm going to have a word with Shelley and say, when can her and the kids not be here?
When can you fuck off, Shelley?
Yeah, because my son.
If you don't mind.
Yeah, you'd have to be editing my son out. He'd be running around in his pants, and Elsie would be like, "Oh, hi everybody, how you doing?" And yeah, the dogs would be attacking Shelley, and yeah, you know what it's like.
Sounds good.
But, well, I think it'd be typical salty entertainment, but
fuck the tank. Let's just do that.
Just come round. Everyone come round. We just do it live, right?
Fuck it. Do it live.
Jim, get on a plane. Come over.
All right.
So we will get one organised soon.
Cool. Sounds good.
I think that's about it really. So we'll come back, did a water change, plonked me corals roughly into position. Nearly did a map, but went back into AAC and was like, right, I need glue and putty. So I did get the things that I needed.
I'm pretty excited by this black super glue that Steve's talking about.
I'm really excited for it too.
What is the
You're all just boring.
Come on, Steve, pull your finger out. How long have you had it for?
Been in the warehouse for about 6 months.
It's gone off.
Yeah, it's past its day.
Sounds like those ones you've had for 6 months would make really great samples for you to send out for us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
freebies.
it does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know anybody that would be interested? Because I can't think of anybody.
I was going to say, what is the retail price? Because you never told us.
That's because I don't know, because I haven't done it yet. It's,
Oh, sorry.
I've only had it 6 months. Give me time, for God's
It's
sake.
about $1,000.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't want it now. It's rubbish. Yeah, no one wants that.
Did you leave
any
your business and you're shouting at me?
Did you leave any with Paul, Steve? Has he got any in the shop, or have you not distributed any?
No,
What
don't
about
even know the
purple?
price yet.
Oh, okay.
Can't get purple super
Have you
glue?
tried it, Steve? Is it decent glue?
That's fantastic. I've been using it for 6 months. I recommend that everybody should use it.
Well, here's a price. We can fucking buy some.
You touch your fingers together, never sticks them together. It's perfect. It's the best super glue ever.
Hey. Okay, next on my screen is John B.
How we do?
Hey.
Right?
What's
Hey.
going on with all you? Oh, you fucker. Very good, very good.
John, you didn't cut your shirt down far enough. I can't see your belly button.
Are they not? All right. You want to see my navel, do you, Jim? I told you, Jim, before, it's behind a paywall, that sort of thing. So,
ching.
Come on. Just a sample.
see what I mean? He's a pervert, this man.
Well, I thought we was going to be saying Carly today, and you was going to be knitting.
No, she's not even in the room. She's, yeah, a bit of finger knitting. That's all I can do.
Is that something different? Or is it euphemism?
Finger
Yeah.
knitting.
Yeah.
And you wonder why I don't come on here. I can't cope with this.
Have you not had fun, Steve?
Yes, that's the problem.
Exodus is down the pan, but fuck it.
Yeah, Puppy's down the tubes now. Yeah.
No, you're going to sell
We
hundreds.
all
of
thought he was a
thousands.
nice guy.
I work at a reputable company called Exodus. We can't be
Yeah.
associated with stuff like this.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Steve.
Reputation's in the toilet.
I'll leave all of your rude stuff in, Steve. I'll just remove every mention of the word Exodus.
Yes.
There we go.
That'll do.
Sorry, John. On you go. So I did hear on Steve's stream that you lost.
Yeah, some very sad news, mate. Yeah, everything was fine. The Moorish idol was eating like a complete beast in the tank, and everything was absolutely lovely. I fed them all in the morning. I had about 3 nori clips that morning hanging off the front glass, and everything was brilliant. And I went to work for a couple of hours and came back, and all I saw was, I knew that something was weird straight away. I saw the chromis do a weird darting, and I thought, what are they up to? So I scanned the tank and looked down. My Moorish idol was not living its best life in the corner and being attended to by my blue coal tang, and it was sort of nipping at it and biting it. And so
Was it trying to do CPR?
yeah, I think that's what it was trying to do. Is trying to help it out. No, I think it sees its opportunity to finish it
mouth
off.
to mouth, right? They've got the lips.
Yeah,
there,
right.
okay.
This was more like mouth to fin. This was doing. So I thought, oh shit, that's not. So
Well, the anus
I grabbed-
thing.
Yeah, the anus fin. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
always
yeah.
the anus fin. Yeah,
Makes sense.
that's what they go for. That's
Yeah.
that's their go-to fin.
Well, if you blow up there, mate, it's good news. You get a bit of life
yeah, it
back
was
in you.
the win-win fin they call it.
Is there our spiders
So,
there too?
Yeah. So no. So I grabbed a net, ran upstairs, and dropped one fish from one of the QTs in with the other one, and spooked them both. Went downstairs, run up the stairs with this Moorish idol and a net, and dropped it in. Turned the air because it's got air in there as well. Turned that out. Not really. You know what that. You know when they've gone, don't you? Really, it was huffing and puffing on the bottom, and I kind of gave it a couple of looks in, and a couple of hours later, it was no more.
So just to check, John, it didn't die in quarantine. It was
No.
in your tank.
No, it was no. I did a full quarantine. It was, I got it eating well in quarantine. Put a bit of weight on it. No real dramas. I had to put a mirror on one of the side glasses just to entertain that blue eye cold tang for a little while.
because nearly everything you put in that's new, it sort of harasses to start with. But no, all was well. I mean, it'd been out of QT a couple of weeks, and I kind of naively thought I'd sussed it, or I don't know what the fuss is about. But honestly, I was really gutted. I mean, I considered that in that tank, although wasn't overstocked, that was going to be the forever fish. I thought it was so I couldn't stop looking at it all the time, even if it was in QT. I was just gawping at it all the time. So
that's why it happened.
Yeah. So I went out. I actually rung up my LFS, which is the Maidenhead. I don't know. I was just sulking in the garage for a couple of hours doing a bit more work. So I said, "Have you still got that Heniochus butterfly?" I'd spotted, which I couldn't remember. There's Wimpole. That's right, Lee. Yeah. I didn't. I had to Google it because I thought he might be on a wind up, and I'm going to start repeating that, and it's going to be. But no, it's sort of Wimpole fish. So yeah, I ended up. They said no, it's been reserved for ages. No one's, the guy hasn't collected it. You can come and get it. So I shot over there and put that in QT, which is still up there now. Just to sort of cheer myself up and to have that kind of like a poor man's Moorish idol. But
you've got a Heniochus in quarantine.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So so I've done that, but I'm still not. I haven't been well this week at all, and I've been obviously trying to work. So I'm quite glad that I did all that round of auto water change stuff that I've done. So that was an auto feeders and stuff. I've been so low energy this week. It was making me. I think this is the third week of not feeling very well, so I was getting a bit miserable. But the only thing I'm going to say about this weekend going is, I know there was an event, and it was such a tonic for me just to sit with my mates and just not just reefing, is it, when you sort of with your mates and all that lot, right? But I came away from that. I didn't feel well the day before, that Friday before going, over to Essex. I was even thinking about, I don't know if I'm well enough to go. I sat there with my mate, and I was buzzing when I came back. Like Saturday after, driving back over the Dartford Bridge, I was absolutely buzzing that I'd seen everyone, all my mates and that. And obviously it's for Mind as well, isn't it? It's for an amazing charity. And I was thinking, do you know what? I totally get it. It's not just, I know it's a hobby, and it's not, you don't really get that with, some other hobbies, I don't suppose, but for that network of people, just to be able to sit there, and then on the Saturday seeing loads of other people. I said to Dave today, like, all I can think of, right, my takeaway was just how big Dan is. Looking at him across the room, and he's like, he's a fucking giant of a man. You know what I mean? He's a huge, but no, and he's lovely as well. But yeah, and another shout out to John, and I said, thank you, but he gave John Wright gave me a mug, which has had about 20 coffees in it. But no, that is my takeaway. I know there was an event, and it's nice to see products and sort of rub shoulders with different the vendors and stuff. It's all nice to see all that lot. But for me, the networking thing and the sort of the friendship bit of it was everything to me. Yeah, exactly that. Just sitting there and I was drinking coffee, or just sitting there having a drink and just being around people. I can't describe to everyone how much that was good for me, because I was I think I've been a bit, that's probably why I was ill, but I got a bit run down, but I also got run down a bit mentally as well. And I was a bit sort of slunging around to the point where I was in a bit of a marred Friday lunchtime, and Kylie's going, "Are you going to get yourself ready?" And I was like, no. I'm moaning and groaning, and I was so glad, but I kept saying to myself, once you're there, you'll be, you'll be gutted if you don't go, sort of thing. And when I went, as soon as I was with people, I just sort of come, and I didn't actually feel that unwell either. It just gave me such a buzz to be around people. So I just think everyone
so nice
sort of putting it on, and
that you got that from, because that's what these things are all about. This Discord was built purely from friendship. There was actually very little reefing behind it. We all met on a reefing based Discord, and we made this one, and it was just all about chatting. Everyone chatting during their working day as well. So it's not just a nighttime and a weekend social event. That's what I love about this Discord, is that it actually helps people get through their working day as well.
Yeah.
People just jump in and out. So it's really nice to hear that you enjoyed it so much, John.
I think the Discord's funnier when people just drop in and just drop something weird, do one. Do you know what I mean? I know there's like conversations and I don't really go on sensible stuff, to be honest. I mean,
I have noticed, John, it's just wanking monkeys.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things when I first joined, it went through. I thought there's a distinct lack of masturbating monkeys on this channel. This is what this needs, and I've dedicated my I've just thought, right, I'm going to up that game. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to fill that particular crevice that's open there.
I personally really appreciate you filling that crevice. I love it.
I've got to thank John and whoever else had me phone taking pictures of all the random crap I've got on there as well.
Oh, did you get that dick pic?
I ain't been through all of them, but there's probably one on there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You swear we can find it.
That's another subject.
But I mean, the Discord, obviously, I sort of chat for a couple of people when there's a Discord and stuff like that. But that actual meeting face to face, there's something different about it that you just don't get from. I mean, it's lovely to talk, to be mates and over the phone and stuff like that. But to sit there with them and just enjoy their company and just muck about.
Like-minded wrong'uns, right?
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah.
When I came back from the Reef experience, I was only at the Reef experience for maybe 3 hours max. And when I got home, I think Bernadette thought I'd been taking fucking cocaine. I was just, because I don't have any actual to go and speak to physical reefing friends.
No,
I
that's
don't have
it.
any.
Me neither.
It was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I was like that all the way home. I was just about an hour for us, sort of driving up, and I was just talking away to Carly, sort of thing. I was just like on a buzz, sort of thing. And I try to not. I try not to, because I can also go into a bit of a low afterwards, where like it goes all quiet and there's no because usually 9 times out of 10, someone's saying or doing something funny, and you're pissing yourself laughing. All of a sudden, that just disappears, and you think, oh, and so. I have to sort of make sure that look forward to next time when you're with them. Do you know what I mean? And don't come on it, because I can go into my head a little bit and go on a bit of a low afterwards, because it's you miss it straight away.
I get a downer after salty banter.
Yeah, I do a little bit of that. I come away and I don't know what to do with myself for a little while. Well, I do, obviously. Go
straight back to masturbating.
I'm straight up them stairs. Well, it's either that, I'm either pumping something up or repair, the punchy repair kit coming out. Do you know what I mean? But aside for that, but once I've hit the wank wall, once I've hit about 6 or 7 of them, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm done, and then the low hits, But no, I just love it so much being around people.
You don't get out much, do you, John?
No, I don't get out at all. Do you know what I mean? I'm like a little hermit. Yeah,
I'm trying to work out if Elisa is just waiting for her turn, or if she's just like fucking disgusted with everything said. She's like,
pretty much. I was gonna say, I have a see. I see what it doesn't like the landscape in that gimbal.
Well, it's your turn, Elisa. So sort it out. There we go.
I have a freshwater tank. Sorry.
Boo.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
I just saw your cat in the background. It's not
Fuck
like
out.
shit, is it?
Go on, Jim. Go on, Jim.
What the fuck is going on here? Get the fuck out.
Oh.
Steve, it was really nice to meet you in Orlando. It was pretty fun. At Rob?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes,
we had fun.
It was a great event.
What time did you get kicked out of the party?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah. So I left these guys and I went, I'm going to bed. Do you remember some of you guys may have never heard of it. The Harry Enfield sketch where they were sat in the children's chairs, and they were like,
Yeah.
these chairs were like that for adults. So I left everybody. Nobody's feet could touch the floor, and all that I wanted to say was, "Up, Daddy, up."
I reckon Dan's good off.
That's the one where Harry Enfield just keeps letting Kathy Burke just hurt herself constantly.
That's the one.
Lulu. Poor Lulu.
That's the one. That's it.
Lulu.
Sorry, Elisa. What has been going on with you?
Well, thanks for having me. Not much really. I just got my ICP test. I'm just doing trace element adjustment like I always do for the last 3 years. Tank is looking good. No changes.
Any water changes?
No water changes. No changes.
Well, you've got a little change. You've got an auto frozen feeder, right?
Yes. It's in the box. It's out of the box.
Are you called Tom?
So it's out of the box. Is it? Have you tried running it or programming it or no? Not yet.
Not yet.
Is that one from tomorrow?
Oh God, no. That's
okay.
Yeah, I think it's more aimed to LFS or bigger system.
Yeah, well, it's just going into Kickstarter anyway, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and it's not available. Yeah. It's the IND Aquatics.
Indeed. Yeah, okay. So
yeah.
A friend of mine had one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, had past tense. Go on, Steve.
No. I'm not willing to have that conversation.
Oh.
Think of what you think about the TMC products, Ron.
Come on, don't hold back, Steve.
Come on,
do it.
Because it happens. It's a
what you can burn.
It's a load of shit.
It had
fucking load of shit.
It had an issue.
100% failure rate.
Did anyone die?
Not all the time, though. Not all the time.
It wasn't just the frozen food that melted, is all I will say.
Oh. 50% of the time it works 100% of the time.
There's an edit.
Wow.
That's what happened.
Wow.
A friend of mine who
we got there. Took a little bit, but we got there.
Yeah, what would they say? Chinesium heating elements?
Don't know what.
Keep it outside, Elisa. Keep it outside.
Okay. Should I sell it?
Look at her pearly face. Her dreams have just been smashed.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm really excited to actually find out more about it. So when are you going to set it up?
I was hoping to do it today, actually.
Excellent.
Do it live.
Have you got a fire extinguisher, just in case?
Okay.
Don't take my word on that.
House insurance.
I will never call another company. I think it is a great idea. All I'm saying is my friend had one.
Was it the first generation?
It was the first ones that ever launched, yeah.
Okay.
So is your friend okay? Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's fine.
So is this a Gen 2? Like the Stratton?
2 squared.
2 squared.
2 ain't not one of the things that ballerinas wear.
Have you got it close to hand, Elisa?
What?
Do you have the little feeder close to hand? I'd like to see you hold it. I want to see how big it is.
Oh, yeah. I'll bring it.
Although I've heard you are literally the size of an Oompa Loompa.
Yeah, you got to remember, Elisa's small. It's not like Dan holding it.
No.
It's like that cup that Elisa's using. In Dan's hands, it's a normal size cup.
Like Dave fits in one of them Sports Direct mugs.
Absolutely devastated her dreams.
Okay.
Here.
So somebody said
that looks nice.
It's massive. It's for a feeder, it's big. But it holds how many cubes? 72?
No, I think it's less than that. This is the smaller one.
Oh, they do different sizes.
Oh, that's the different one. You're on about the one that's on a rotisserie.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's the tomorrow one. That is like
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it's like an actual fridge.
Yeah.
It's like
So
football sizes. That one.
Okay, so I've never seen this one, so I'm glad I asked. So what's all that?
So this one doesn't start fires.
No.
This one's good. Literally, you'll be fine.
So I believe one is the feeding tube and another one is the salt water. So I think it keeps the salt water rotating so it doesn't freeze.
Pumps in and pumps out, I think. If I
But yeah,
remember
yeah,
rightly.
yeah.
So is that one great big, you put one big chunk of food in and then it just takes bits of it, or so this is not individual cubes. So you just fill that one vessel with a whole load of frozen food.
Yep. And it keeps it cold but doesn't freeze.
Okay.
So you put all your food in there, it'll drop it down to a certain temperature so it keeps it fluid rather than solid. And then it'll pump water in every so often a certain amount and just trace it through.
So it just takes water from your tank.
It's like a refrigerator.
Yeah.
Does it clean the line out after it?
Yes. It comes with the cleaning solution. You can run the cleaner every so often.
No, but I mean when it pumps the food into the tank, does it then cycle the food that's left in the?
I don't think it can, by the sounds of it.
Back out. Otherwise, that food is in a line that's going to start rotting. No.
Yeah, it would have been good if there was like a feature where it would just pump water
I think
only.
it does. I think it does. There's a couple of videos out there on YouTube exactly how it works. I'm not quite certain. I'm terrible with equipment. I love corals.
Don't ask Tom for any help.
Are you a really early adopter of this unit then? Are you in kind of, how long's it been out?
I think they launched about 6 months ago, was it?
Yeah,
It was last year in Robb, California.
Okay.
I remember being on Quick Starter because my mate tried to get me to buy one.
Yeah.
Did your mate's
I
house
have
burn down
couple-
too, Lee?
Yeah. It didn't burn down, it flooded because pipe fell off.
Shut up, let her talk.
That's a lie. My mate never had one. He just saw Quick Starter and said, "Oh, let's get one of these." And I went, "How much?"
Lee, shut up.
I know my mate spent about 700 quid on it, and then it got shipped in from America, and then he got a duties invoice as well. He wasn't happy.
Ouch. Sorry, Elisa, on you go.
Oh, no, you're fine. I don't think I have anything else.
What?
Sorry.
You've sat through all of this fucking ball 2 hours, 20 minutes.
No new corals? No new.
Oh, yeah. I was supposed to get a new coral this week, but I didn't. They forgot about me. So I'm hoping he's going to throw some extra he completely forgot about my order.
Make sure he
Booting.
does.
Oh, he will. I know they will.
I've heard good things about his corals, though.
Oh, yes. It's phenomenal.
Yeah. Does sound good. Juicy.
It's probably one of the best, and I've bought corals before from a lot of vendors, and you get a frog. You get a decent sized frog, and it's encrusted, and it's super healthy. They do a really, really good job. I have nothing but good things to say about them.
Sounds like you call them frugs. F-R-U-Gs.
Frogs?
Imagine if she had 6 of them.
Yes.
6? Ron, say 6.
6 frugs.
You get arrested for that.
What?
Got a sick frog?
That's a Frenchie and a pug,
Sounds
isn't
like
it?
frog.
A frog.
So obviously I asked Darren, I'm going to ask you, when is the tank tour, Elisa?
I was gonna actually message you.
Oh, where are you?
We'll figure.
Where are
Yeah.
Like me, you lost his number, right?
Yeah. We'll schedule something soon. I promise. As I promised before.
We have no tank tours booked in, which is, I mean, I think we got 6 booked in one day.
How many?
Everybody just disappears, but it's summertime here in the UK and the sun has been shining non-stop for nearly a month.
Wait, it's summertime? What does that mean it is in Australia?
Winter.
General space.
In 2 weeks.
What? It officially
It runs
changes.
for 3 months. Say it, Jim.
Silence
Come
is
on.
golden.
Yeah,
Say
but
it.
your winter's like our summer, right? Come on.
It lasts for 2 days.
And it goes down to like 18 degrees. Still sweating
Yeah.
your bollocks off, yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think
well,
it gets that cold, does it?
I've got my blanket on now, but
Yeah,
I
but
do
how
that when it's
cold
like
is it?
25 degrees.
In mental. Have you ever seen snow?
From a distance, I saw it on a mountain.
In a
And
book.
my
He
auntie
doesn't even
said,
know how ice is formed.
In a book.
I don't know ice storms. I don't understand the difference between an ice storm and a snowstorm. Like, isn't the
Ice.
same fucking thing?
No.
One hurts.
Ice hurts.
Yeah.
Don't throw an ice ball at someone.
But no, I've seen it in the distance on a mountain far away, like there was white at the top as I was flying out of that town.
Have you just smoked a massive fucking joint?
Yeah.
I just saw this on.
No, it was just far,
I
far
want some of them
away.
painkillers.
Those painkillers are really good.
Gabapentin's just kicked in.
Mojitos with painkillers, not a good mix.
Having a good time there, Melinda.
Gabapentin, I've had the baclofen, I've had the endone, I've had the diazepam.
Beautiful.
Fucking
Yeah.
roll.
Oh,
I'm gonna
cocktail
sleep
in like
tonight.
a Tic Tac box.
Yeah.
I'm very
Dutch
sore.
sushi.
Had time for another Kit Kat, really, isn't it?
That time for another Tramadol by the sounds of it.
They're in the fridge, and that's a 10-minute walk at the moment.
Is it an
All
automatic
of that
feeding switch?
medication, you don't care about your back anymore. You're going to have to find a club, aren't you?
No, look, I've got the heat pad going on the seat. I don't know how I've sat here for 2 hours and 27 minutes. I don't know how I've done it.
I don't know why you've done it.
No, any of us have done it.
Questioning why I'm even here.
I'm questioning if I am here.
I've done nothing but talk shit.
Welcome to
Yeah.
Salty
Welcome
Banter.
to our
So you've enjoyed it though.
And then I get a 1 day off. So what do?
You just
Excuse to sit here and talk shit again.
You just described this channel.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'll be honest, this has been one of my favourite ones for ages. It's been fucking brilliant.
You're not going to be saying that with all the edits.
It's not that many edits.
I haven't said it once.
Jim's got a chunky one.
Steve's gonna PM you. We gotta get some of that out of there. His corporate's gonna call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corporate's gonna
Please
call.
add it
What
out,
the
Smash
fuck
Mel.
did he do?
The most important thing you must all remember is nobody watches them anyway.
No one's watching this.
The only people that watch are already here. It's fine.
The thing that gets me is I don't use the trout word anymore. And when I won Steve's on Wednesday, even at the end of it, I said, I don't even want to say it.
Oh,
we've changed you.
Sorry, I'm new here. What's
I'm broken.
I'm new here. What's the trout word like?
No, Steve. No.
You need to ask Chris Smithley what trout means.
Yeah, you can
He'll
see what he's up to.
It's the 4-letter word that starts with C that isn't cock.
And rhymes with
not T and M either.
Just ask Mel to say can't.
I'd love to go walking in the field, but there's too many people there bunting.
No, I still don't get it, Lee. You're going to have to say it.
No.
Melinda, how do you say can't?
I'm not even going to say it. I'm just going to say edit.
Oh my god.
Edit. I'm just going to
My
chop
turn.
the entire show off.
I have behaved for all the lives. This is not live. I've said the word.
Before we wrap up, I will be booking the next live one in. We'll get another one of these in because this has been absolutely brilliant. Just having everybody on that wants to join. Just want to say before we finish up, Steve, do you have a stream this Wednesday?
Yes, I have Scottish Reefer on.
Who I don't know.
Yeah, who is he?
He's a good little lad, actually.
Oh, you two were related.
He lives in Brighton.
We're all related. We're all related.
He lives up near Lossy, mate. He's miles from you.
Is he?
And he has a mullet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Think
Yeah.
he's funny?
I know the guy you mean.
Mike's bird had a mullet and all. Mike's bird had a mullet as well, didn't she?
Yeah. Oh, she was
That's
a fantastic clown. You got competition, Ron.
Yeah.
You've got to bring a fucking
mullet as
balloon
well.
pumping thing next time, mate.
Yeah, again, Dave.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
fuck
is that who
no.
that was?
Can you get
He's
neon
written
green?
that down the. Oh shit!
Can you get neon green clown shoes?
I should have stopped this at the 2-hour mark. Fuck you all. Right, anyway. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching, and tune in for the next one. Thank you, everybody.
Cheers.
See ya.
Cheers.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'm sure there will be more to come. We appreciate every last one of you. Hit like and subscribe, it's the least you can do. Salty Banter. Join the Discord channel for more fun and games. Beware, we might call you some outrageous names. Oh, and just one last thing in case you didn't like it. You can just fuck right off and suck a huge big dick. Salty Banter. Salty Banter.
Can't hear a fucking word.
Yeah, we can't hear what you're saying.
You guys can't hear me?
No, I can hear you. Can't hear Ron. He just looks like a fucking mad guy screaming.
He's just swearing at the screen, yeah.
Yeah.
The funny thing is I could pick up the words he was saying.
Well, Ron's out of here. Salty Banter done.
I have to start calling him John.
Yeah. Took some advice off John for his microphone.
Yeah,
I was sitting here thinking I'm a day early because nobody was letting me fucking in.
Sorry, I was having audio issues. My apologies.
I'm like, have I got the right day? Where can I check? Let me in. Oh my god, there you are. Hello.
Hi.
You made
Oh, and
it.
Rama's here.
I did. I've been up since
Afternoon,
5
all.
o'clock.
Oh, have you had the shits?
No.
No, okay.
Negative.
Whose kids are causing all sorts of mayhem in the background?
That'll be mine.
Is it?
Because we met Dan yesterday for the first time, and he's fucking massive.
I was only an inch under him, though. Don't worry about that.
How tall actually are you, Dan?
Are you, do you want to stick with that comment, Dave?
My fucking neck still hurts, mate. I was like, hi, mate.
About
He's a monster of a man.
6 foot. I thought you were at least 7.
No, 6'4". Yeah.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, I was just like, I know what Dave feels like now because I was constantly looking up at him.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
lovely
at a point
video
I could have got
straight
on
out there.
someone's shoulders just to give him a high five, but yeah.
I did offer to get you a high chair, Dave, at the pub, mate.
What you having, Melinda? A Kit Kat?
Chinese Kit
Peach.
Kat.
A peach Kit Kat from Japan.
Japan.
What?
Peach. As in the
Peach
fruit.
flavour?
Yeah. I've had a blue lemonade one. She bought me like 8 different little Kit Kats, different flavours. So tonight's peach. It's
Is that
quite
like
yummy.
a gel? Looks like a ketchup packet.
It does.
No, it's a Kit
Does
Kat.
it come out as a goo? You just squirt it in your mouth?
No, like it's Kit Kat. Just 2 little pieces.
Jim, I see your cat loitering in the background. Have you like
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
you're gonna lock it out?
You're on the same page as me.
Just
Dave.
waiting.
I was going to say, Steve, is that another fancy dress outfit you've got on now?
That's part of my new sponsorship deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so luckily for you, Steve, my mic was actually muted when I first joined.
Yeah, but I couldn't read those words.
What did you think I was shouting, just out of interest?
Something about you dirty slag or something.
Yes.
Hello, I'm here.
You look fucked, Steve. I mean, not... You look a little tired.
I mean, great to see you as well, Ron. I am absolutely fucked, as you say.
You look a little partied out, Steve.
Now this is my good face.
Oh,
this is the one that I have.
You got like Bert hair from Bert and Ernie if you just took away the rest.
Yeah. It's fine.
Who runs the Exodus Instagram page, Steve? Because I keep calling you like sexy Steve and hello handsome and stuff, and I get very, very corporate replies.
It's not me.
Oh,
Obviously.
You honestly think that I should be let loose with our company accounts on social media?
It just makes it infinitely funnier when I get these very corporate replies. It's very good. Mangroves for me is just a bridge between my two main passions in life, which obviously you all know is masturbation and reefing. So obviously I meant horticulture and reefing. I'll edit that bit out.
You mean plant husband, Eric?
Yes.
Which I happen to have an O level in.
Yeah, I said it wrong.
No weeds.